Let me make sure the audios are good to go. Okay, I think it should be fine now. So first of all, thanks everyone for joining. Thanks, X, Cubot, welcome. So this is the start of week episode 3. So covering week 2, the games and everything. I hope my mic is good. Everybody can hear me well. But I'm gonna get this started. So first of all, welcome everyone, and good night. Anything you want to say, X?
Can't put the promo in Titans. Self promo. Genius. I didn't think about that at all.
All right. So I so the way we did last week was pretty much just go over every game, like follow the schedule that Titans put up. So that was the main idea. So we're just gonna keep doing anything, I think. Um, where is the schedule? Sorry, I'm a bit lost here. Okay, so actually the first game is your game against the Turtle Squad.
Oh boy.
Oh, this will be quick.
Yeah. Let me let me get the draft here real quick. Image. Show. Okay. Dude, when I was going through your clips from the Titan stream, it was just super fast. Like I was really impressed with everything, how you guys played, all the fights. So it was good. It was good.
I was going to pull it up and I just never did, so this will be an experience for me.
They were two quick games.
Wait, they really R5 Tryndamere? I don't think R5 Tryndamere is good here.
So this is the game one draft. Um,
I'm really confused.
Yeah, so were we.
Tryndamere just isn't good into. He's okay into Mundo. He's not good into Poppy. He kind of sucks into Annie. He really hates Senna because she has high range. I just don't know why you do that when there's other split pushers you could pick, like
well,
Jax.
you're gonna be surprised because this is not what you think. If I'm thinking what you're thinking.
I mean, I've played Tryndamere for like 4 or 5 years at this point.
No, but the matchup. Do you think it's Mundo top?
No, I think it's Poppy top.
Okay. I was thinking you're
There's no
gonna.
way you put Mundo top into Tryndamere. You can actually run that over. He sucks into Poppy because she has so much free armor, and she can cancel Z, which is the only damaging ability, and she can just kite him with her passive and Q. There's no reason to pick Mundo into Tryndamere.
Okay, cool. Because I was just want to make sure. One thing that I wanted to say is people. I don't know why they're slipping on the Seraphine pick since Major did so well last week. I would be sure that, and not
It was
only Major.
also a big pick for them last split.
Yeah.
We got called a ultimate bravery draft for this game.
What? I don't think it's a bad draft. I
Yeah,
think you're kind of lacking on AoECC. It's basically just Senna Annie, but
they
it's enough to get you by.
dream capped us for not having any damage.
That was? Dude, this is actually a really good balance because you have double frontline with Mundo Poppy. We have probably Annie and Seraphine with Leandries. And then Senna has been really good ever since they made her attack speed, like base attack speed, not like 0.5.
Yeah. And the thing is, Cubot, don't you guys play on bot side? Both like flex for 80 carry and support. I think you guys played one game or something.
We like that Seraphine is kind of a three-way flex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people are sleeping on you guys with the Seraphine.
I
They're
mean,
they're leaving it
my
up.
take on Eden's last split was you ban Seraphine Zeri every game, and then you go from there.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Zeri X, right? It's not a tech yet.
I mean,
Who's played last split? I'll tell you what.
But yeah, let me put up your starting the clips for you guys. Uh, this is week 2.
Yeah, this is. I'm just so confused. What is Red Side's win con? You don't really win side lane. You don't have a better attack comp. You're not a poke comp. um, yeah,
Spoiler, they didn't have one.
yeah. I'm not shocked.
This is us running it down in the early lane.
Oh, the
You,
Irish.
you gotta give them a free W if you want to keep it interesting for broadcast. I like it.
This is an interesting. Uh, this was an interesting 2v2.
Yeah. After Annie gets double stun, it's really easy.
Yeah, they just had nothing left, and Mundo runs them down, no problem.
Yeah. Window's really strong from base damage point.
Red running it down. Let's go.
Ooh, is this a solo kill? Oh, it's a fucking solo kill. He almost got hit by tower shot by positioning. Oh, no way.
I think it's also just an unlucky like level 6.
Mm, it's not unlucky.
Oh, dude, this play was
Because
whack.
Trin, you specifically planned to hard crash a wave when you hit 6.
I don't know. It felt really awkward. I guess they tried a lot to go mid, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
It
this.
just didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Annie into Yone, like Yone never wins that. There's
Yeah.
Especially when she went 2-0. When she was 2-0, it's like, okay, it's over.
I don't think Neons are horrible blind.
Major went from the most deaths last split to dodging every skill shot this game and having about 0 deaths.
That's good. I mean, Major is like an insane player. He just
Yeah,
needed
he's really turned
to
it on.
understand how the mid lane works because I think he changed from AD carry.
Yeah, and I actually changed to AD carry.
Oh. But yeah, he popped off
Did
on
you
this
do the
game.
switcheroo with your team?
Yeah, Yone just never wins that.
I mean, Assassins into Annie just feels really bad.
And I don't know, I feel like this game it was just so fast paced that, there were a lot of actions, but at the same time, you guys
Yeah,
once you guys, got an objective, got a fight, you just go, okay, we win the game. We're not gonna waste time. So that was like a great thing to see.
I'm just. I think they got draft gapped. If
yeah.
production said anything else, I'm very confused.
No, it's Ultimate Bravery. We just hit refresh on that page and we were good to go.
This,
Like we just can't die here.
yeah, they don't have. They have consistent damage, but they don't have the front line. Oh, that was a huge Gragas ult.
Yeah, that was really good.
I feel like Gragas actually has to go tank here because he has Tryndamere, Yone, Thresh. And then he's the only person who can build AP.
Yeah, it's just
They start winning a fight and then we just turns out we also have a top laner we haven't seen much of, but he shows up here.
I mean,
the one thing is
Poppy's actually nuts right now. A
Yeah.
lot of people are sleeping on her.
Yeah, and ISO's just cracked at it too.
the other thing that I feel like is their carry is just like far behind that they can't outdo
Yeah, they're going to be
the
Oh,
far
here it
behind
healing.
when they
is.
don't have a lane to play through. Like, if they don't
I
snowball Varus Thresh, the game's kind
I
of just
need
over.
I need everyone to submit a ticket to Sems to get Major banned for stealing my pentakill here.
Yeah, we can do that.
But yeah, like once you guys got something, you guys just go for the end. It was that was nice to see because there were a lot of games that people took an objective and then they would get aced or they would like
I'm I'm
lose
just so
everyone.
shocked by the no EP, and then Gragas had to build full damage.
So this game, I took the Senna, and we put Lantern on Cho'Gath, which super strong line.
Yeah, this was an interesting game, and also
I
interesting
mean,
picks.
you
Seeing the
got
Shyvana,
a lot of stuff that we haven't really seen with the Shyvana jungle.
because I feel like when you get the Shyvana, you put the other team on a timer where, okay, if you don't get your advantage early, you know,
Are you
you
saying Shyvana's a late game monster?
Yeah,
she's gonna farm pretty, she's gonna be strong no matter what you do, unless if you like get
Oh my
super
god,
ahead
look at the
early.
jungle gap
well, we're
from
just able, yeah,
CS.
Tactics was all over it, and we're just able to control the objectives and get these dragons, no problem too.
Yeah, plus she farms way better than Wukong.
Wow, like they're just terrified of him here.
It's that's ridiculous.
Dude, this game was insanely fast. I was like, I when I turned on the stream, I was shocked because it, it was some crazy stuff. I did realize that they had a small change on Taz. CH Gaming went for top this week, and they got a sub into jungle.
I think their top laner couldn't make it, so
Yeah.
they switched some stuff up, and they could have another change. Like they picked up a new mid laner for week 3 coming up here.
Oh yeah, I heard they had
It's
to Burger had to
basically
leave.
just a team of junglers trying out every other role.
No, yeah, yeah. This team is completely like off roll.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
teams in this split that have like 2 or 3 off-roll players.
like they had a good fight week one against Coalition, but
CS difference at 21 minutes in jungle.
but when they're coming up with the stronger teams like Eden's, they they just couldn't match.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about this game, which
No, it
is
was
kind of a
quick.
good thing.
There's really
It's
nothing they could do
you
about it.
guys got ahead and you kind of just
The
rolled
other
them over.
the other thing is I think like
Yeah,
every lane just did well individually, and then you had techniques punishing on counter ganks and getting even more advantage.
Yeah, and who knows what would have happened if they had their normal top laner there and had like their full squad, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Again, you guys are looking really strong. You guys are looking with strong lanes individually. The first week as well, you guys were just dominating every lane. So I'm quite excited to see how how playoffs going to turn out to be because Aiden's you guys are coming up as like a very strong team, and I don't think nobody can contest
Yeah, we'll see you guys there.
that. I hope so.
It'll be an interesting rematch because last time we faced your team was like week 2, the first split. I think you guys were still growing.
Yeah, that was like my second week as an ADC ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be nice to see how things shapes up. So, looking at this, what let me ask you, X and Killbot, what's your perception of who who the player of the games are for these games, and who was the
Well,
player of the
one's
series?
obviously the Annie.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of stuff that happened in the early game, game one, where Technics just picked up and supplied the Annie everything that we needed, but Major was
Hmm.
able to like
Yeah,
if
I
I would
mean,
if I wasn't a greedy KDA player, he would have got a pentakill that game.
so it's like on one hand, Jungle did prepare the Annie to carry this game, but you still have to play your cards right.
Yeah, but I mean, look at him surviving all this before jungle. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's crazy. He definitely performed well on Annie.
I feel
Yeah, because for me,
but the
for,
bigger question is like who is the valiant effort for game one.
I think Darkwings was the only player that can be considered for Valiant player because
I would give it to Brett on Thresh. Like he made a couple early plays happen.
yeah, the bot lane didn't do bad or anything. I think they were pretty okay, considering all the odd situations. But I feel like mid, jungle, and top they were really disconnected on this game on this series. Okay, so actually the next game is the only game that we didn't have the actual raw files to get the clips. So
Yeah.
the only thing that we're gonna be able to do for them is show the actual. We can show the
Like the
draft.
graphs
Yeah, we can show the drafts and
and
the
the post game
results.
screens.
Yeah. So
A 2-1, a
well,
sign of coalition.
if it didn't look like this. So for their game one, that's how their draft went.
Lissandra R5.
They they first pick Akali. That was
Wait,
actually
what is
surprising.
this image? Is that Sivir?
Yes, that's
What
a new
happened?
that's the new splash art receiver.
That's so ugly.
Yeah, it's terrible.
What the Every time they upgrade their art, it looks worse. I don't know how.
Who won this match? This first one?
I'm getting that right now. So it was
Akali
um
first pick. How do
Yeah,
you
that
manage?
that feels like just an ego pick for
CB
sure.
Peaches won the first match.
Yeah,
How do you first pick Akali and then mid doesn't get picked until R5? This makes no sense to me.
I mean, there's just better picks. You know, you're dealing with an Akali. You can shut it down pretty easily.
I think it's crazy that blue side doesn't pick Jinx until B3 and red side opts into Sivir instead of Jinx. I think that's weird.
So I'm gonna put it here on the screen real quick.
I think they're comparable. It's hard to say.
I,
So
I feel like have you
Like,
looked at the presents for Jinx in Titans Divinity League?
yeah, it's like 93% or
Well, let
something
me
like
pull
that.
this up because I really need this number.
it is really high, and I think her win rate is also pretty high.
Her presence is at 89% right now.
So he's named Dr. Shroud, so it's just an ego pick, getting your main on Akali.
He did
He
extremely well on the
first
first week.
pick. He's 3-7 with first pick. That's upsetting.
Wait a second. Oh, I'm doing something wrong here.
I like the Jinx Milio. I think that's a good
Yeah,
setup.
I think it's a good combo. I just don't think you should be prioritizing Akali first pick. If it doesn't get banned and you have the option to first pick it, you can wait for B3.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's definitely a comfort pick. But it didn't play well. It didn't work well for them.
I mean, is it really comfort if he first picks it and then goes 3-7?
It's one of those things where when you're coming into competitive league against people who scout you, are you a mid laner or are you an Akali player? Like,
Exactly.
As the trifecta of mid.
Now for game two,
Um,
and it's surprising because
wait. Can we talk about
yeah,
Evan Shroud Vi here? I'm very confused. I can't tell you a place where I think that makes sense.
I mean, we don't have also the conditions if this is like a first item, even shouts, or
Well,
if it's gonna be like
being how he has 0 active items, I'm going to bet this is the exact order he bought his stuff. Ninja Tabby, Black Cleaver,
well.
Kempuck, Evan Shroud.
Oh yeah, this is
too bad we don't have the clips, but I mean, it tells the story and the objectives: 8 towers, 2 inhibitors, 4 dragons. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they struggled in probably lane, and also the other thing is with Lissandra, you have an amazing setup to whatever like whenever you want to pick someone, so you can definitely go for specific champions and just lock them forever and kill them. But yeah, but the thing is, I don't know. Like CB Peaches winning game one, I feel like after seeing this, they something tragic must have happened for games 2 and 3.
Or they just didn't first pick a Kali in games 2 and 3, and they had a chance to play a game.
All right, so this is draft 2, isn't it? Yes.
Also, I don't know what happened top. That Malphite was 1-8 into Orin.
I mean, probably. I want to say this. There were probably a lot of fights because you had 29 kills from CB Peaches against 14 in a 30-minute game. So that's a lot of. That's like 43 kills total. So there's a lot of fights. So they're probably taking all the fights that they saw. But so this one I feel like a bit. I don't know. I share my thoughts on my concerns here, but I guess Mundo is just a strong pick overall.
I think Mundo is only strong here because they R3'd Orin, and mid apparently doesn't play Cassiopeia.
I don't think Ornn is enough to justify Emilio in the first place.
But it was picked before Orin.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I think Emilio is a bad pick here then in general. You
Um,
can't just blind it into teams.
Emilio is relatively strong and can be blinded if paired with the right ADC. I don't think it's complete troll. What I think is actually troll is leaving up Jarvan, who's like one of the top 3 jungles, when you already locked in Ashe and Emilio, who are immobile.
Yeah, and they banned Echo and Diana.
Like, they already identified they need to get rid of divers. I'm not sure why they left Jarvan up.
Yeah. The other thing is, I don't know. I feel like the amount of DPS on side of Beaches is kind of sad because you only have Sevier, and you need to wait. You need to get her like 3 4 items. Um,
Yeah, it's at least 3 items.
and
And
she
then Ori isn't that great until like 2 items.
like she went. I'm gonna put here in a second the link for the result. She did went 3 items, but I don't think she was in the
I
spot
mean,
to be able to fight the
top is
Mundo.
like an even matchup. I
Uh,
think bot is favoring blue side.
this
I
is how
think
things
Ari
went.
has more prio over Ori, and she has higher kill threat because of the CC on E.
So this is how it
Um,
ends.
yeah,
It was just
that's kind of what I expected. Oh,
it is a 37
mid's
minutes game
different.
though.
Mid is different. It's a Victor into Ori instead of Ari, but yeah, it looks like they just played an actual team comp and then played better.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people are sleeping on Mundo too, I think.
I think Mundo's exclusively an R5 pick, unless you can't R5 a tank shredder in mid or top. If your opponent can't do that, then he can be picked on blue side, but that's kind of coin flipping your draft because if they have something with like percent health damage on red side, Mundo shouldn't be able to walk over this game. The only percent health damage is on Orin.
But still, like he,
Also Jarvan passive, but it's not a whole lot.
I don't know. This game looks really awkward because you can see like Mundo has a 4K advantage on Orn. You got
That's literally
2K in
probably just the kills
jungle.
and towers.
You got 4K on Victor, dude. Victor is massive. Um,
I mean, it's good to see Dr. Shroud's not playing Akali and still doing well.
I mean, I think they might have just picked it as a takeaway because when they had this game, they banned Akali on blue side. So I think they just tried to take it away, and then it didn't go that great.
Yeah, and all the queues went for J4. So whatever they did in game, those queues are probably preferable on Oriana and Severe. Mainly Severe, but he actually farmed pretty well. 337 in 37 minutes. Not a bad farm.
I don't have the CS threshold memorized for 40 minutes. Only keep track up to 30.
I mean, it's close to 10 CS per minute, right? If you had what 370 would have been 10. So it's pretty close. It's a good number. Plus, he's the only one on the
Yeah.
300 mark. On the other side, you only have like 250s, 260 tops. But I don't know. I just feel like something must have happened during the laning phase. They struggled or something
Mm,
because Victor should.
yes.
I don't know. I feel
They
like
just don't have a clear lane to play through.
they can play through
Like, you
mid.
have tank top, you have hyperscaling bot, and that leaves you with kind of just mid.
Mid is a really
Because
good place to play through.
top has to get rid of Mundo passive before it's even possible.
Well, yeah, but look at this way. So if you go to Victor at level 3, burn his flash, then he cannot play the game the way he wants. He wants to like contest the wave push with his E and poke damage. If he tries to do it too much, you just come again and kill him just because he doesn't have flash anymore and he's not really grading to, he doesn't have the weight, he doesn't have the mobility to deal with Jarvan's EQ combo. Plus, Oriana's can be pretty annoying the way they played, giving slow, a lot of damage. So you just need Jarvan to stay around mid. You can catch 2, 3 kills, especially after 6. Um, After 6, he shouldn't. Without flash, Victor should die all the time. So I think like you play through mid. Once you secure the mid lane, then you just rotate to do plays bot side or fight for drakes. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was getting at. I think the only thing you can do is play through mid until mid's ahead of the opponent.
The other thing that I'm surprised is I don't know if you guys watched, but I felt like last week the top side of coalition was struggling a little bit after the first game, and this game they actually came in clutch on game two. I feel like Skywig and Glada finally showing up for the league because last week
Yeah, I
it
agree.
looked pretty awful for them.
I was surprised when I saw Glada's performances last week.
Like, negatively surprised or positively surprised?
Negatively surprised. I expected
I
more.
How much do you expect from Glada? Because I've never heard of him.
I mean, I don't think he's the best jungler out there or anything, but like he's a decent player, that's for sure. He's a veteran in Titan.
All right. There's a third game, isn't there?
Yes. Turn game is this draft here. So a very interesting draft. And I'm surprised to see a Kennen mid for Coalition for Shrouds.
Um, this is a great Kennen gun.
Kennen is
Uh,
it's a good champion right now, but
no,
still,
so the thing is, Kennen's huge. Kled can't do anything to punish Kennen solo, and
well,
they have
they
5 damage dealers on blue side.
but they have Darius.
Dude, Darius mid slaps.
I don't think it's Darius mid. That's the thing. I think it's Darius top
Oh wait, yeah, Kennen bot works. I'm not sure how Kled into Darius goes.
because I am cheating because I have the results here, so I'm gonna try to put them side by side a little
Yeah,
bit.
I would put Kennen top and Darius mid, to be honest with you.
Sorry, it's a bit low. But I just want to make sure that you can see the draft a little bit and the final result here
I mean, we
because
don't know if there's a lane swap or anything, but
true, very true.
we can just assume Kennen played mid, Darius went top.
Yeah, I'm only thinking about that because Skywig has Darius and Shrouds has Cannon.
Yeah, it's. I think it's Squig.
I have no idea how you say his name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Squig. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly. I apologize.
Um, I
I
don't
don't
have
know. I don't
much
know
to
if
say about
those are
this.
flex picks when they pick up the Lux Diana, or if it's that's the intended role right away.
I mean, maybe.
It could be. I just feel like
Oh, what
Diane
is
is
this Kled build? I don't like that Kled build. Oh, that's bad. I hate it.
Hydra, Jack Show, Cleaver.
I never want to see anyone build Jock Show on Kled after today. Don't do it.
Um, One thing that caught my eyes here, I don't know if you guys saw, but the Diana looks pretty fat to me with a 15k gold. Like she's 3k gold above or two and a half of most of the team that actually
Yeah,
won.
Diana probably. I'm not exactly sure what happened because Diana's not that great until she hits 6. Like, I think she probably loses a 2v2 top.
And she was 18. Wait, how does this happen?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this
she
just
has a 3 level
this
lead on enemy jungle. That's
this must
crazy.
have just come down to one team fight at that 32,
No,
33
No, no,
minute.
no. There's no way you get 3 levels difference off of one team fight.
But I mean, like,
no, no. The game
No,
ended.
look at the farm
losing the
difference.
game. Like, can we see the overview? Like,
Oh, shoot. No, this is the screenshot
No,
of
this
the
is a
game.
screenshot.
okay,
So
okay.
the jungle difference, the CS difference in jungle is 179 to 267. So it's almost a 90 CS lead.
Yeah,
That's unheard of in jungle.
I
it.
feel like this game probably could have gone either way, and it just had to be that one fight.
Yeah, it probably was a one fight, like your said. They won a one fight somehow. They one shot the but it's not
Well,
only
no,
the Diana because Clyde is also level 17.
um this
Mm.
Hecarim has exhaust to try to shut down Diana ult. So maybe that's what happens.
Yeah,
Kennen
it worked.
gotta engage outside of Lux exhaust range. Got a bunch of kills. Diana is not able to return with enough force because Hecarim uses his exhaust. I don't know why he ever took exhaust when he has phase rush, but he did it.
The other thing is, I don't know if you also guys noticed, but he also built even shrouds again.
Dude, what is this even Shroud Jungle? This is not a good item. It only works on supports and Maokai. That is my take.
Oh, PogChamp, Aero Cross, he actually was able to find us the link for the overview.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
pull it here. It's actually insane what happened. Okay, it actually worked. Okay, it's fine. So look at this.
Okay, so yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's the
classic.
dude. They are 10k ahead, and they managed to lose a fight. Well, it looks like somebody died here though.
That's tragic.
So maybe they fought with a numbers advantage.
They got the pick and then just massively swing the game.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, you know what? Oh, Killbot. I know X isn't watch the MSI, but are you watching the MSI?
I'm not really paying attention. Like, I'll put it on the background type of thing.
Gotcha. So I think it was Tuesday when on the first day of the MSI, Broken Blade got Darius, and it was like a crazy fight. G2 against Loud. Um, he managed to stack. I think he stacked all the 4 stacks from the passive into like 4 champions. So if something like that happened here, that would be nuts. Because that's a lot of AD. That's a lot of damage, true damage or whatever. That could be a real game changer if that happened.
What is?
So if you stack the Darius passive on multiple champions, that certainly could
Oh
guarantee a
yeah,
win.
it's so OP. Especially if you get the execute on his ult, you're hitting like the entire team with at least 1,000 damage.
Okay, so Aerocross is doing a lot of production work here. Thanks
It
a lot.
looks like they got that Diana pick, and then that was their whole team.
Let me show you what. So I got another link from Aerocross. He's doing a lot of production here, finding out what happened. So hopefully this is gonna load. So this is how that fight went. So Pled kills Ash. They traded. They got a 2 turrets, bot side. So they played maybe a 4v4 or 4v5 because Glad managed to get there. Darius kill. Okay, so Darius kills Diana with inhibitor. Cannon kills mid with AD carry with turret, and Hackery gets this guy.
Yeah, I can't decipher these hieroglyphs, but I'm glad you can.
No, I mean obviously he doesn't show the assist stuff, but you know it's
Yeah, I'm guessing Darius was going for that split push. Diana tried to answer, and just at that stage of the game, trying to 1v1 the Darius did not work out.
There's only a few champs that can kill Darius 1v1.
okay. So they're saying on the chat that Kennen got a pick on Ash on a bush, and then they got wiped because it was like a 5v4. Wait, no, but if Ash dies on the side lane, that Ash is from the team that won the game. So if she got picked by someone,
Yeah,
they
So it
that's
have.
sounds like
conflicting information. And I'd rather
Yeah.
talk
it
about the
sounds like
next
Ash.
series.
Sounds like Ash was the bot and just running it down, and then Darius, Hecarim, and Cannon just won the game.
Yeah. I mean, if that happens, hey, it's a win, right?
As an ADC player, I also only see towers and die for them frequently.
Sounds like a Tristana main. I see only towers. I only hit towers.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that sounds like a top laner, not an ADC.
That as well. Okay. So let me bring here real quick the next. Oh, and by the way, actually, I'll show the groups later on. So the next game is Dorado Gaming versus PF Chang's. Let me get their draft here so we can see. So this is game one. I'm gonna put on here on the screen. And let me search for. Oh, here. Okay. Let me just make sure the clips are good.
I'm very confused by Fiora first phase ban. She's like never playable enough to the point where it's painful to first pick Fiora. That's my point. It's probably a better phase 2 ban. And then there's like a total of 3 top lane bans on the side of blue, and top still gets counterpicked. So what did it accomplish?
I mean, I still think the draft itself isn't bad because they get the
No, I'm
drinks.
not saying it's ass. I'm just saying they put 3 bans towards top and they still got countered.
Well, I mean, that's what they're gonna get. They're probably gonna get counter anyways. That's probably just comfort for that Ornn pick. Like you take the Fiora, you take the kill.
I can't tell you a world where I'd rather play into like Gwen than Kennen as Ornn.
PFC. Oh, that's Spada. Okay, so Spada is the. I don't. I haven't checked Spada himself, so I don't know if he's like a.
He's been playing some Orin and some other things.
Yeah, I thought he was a tanker player, to be honest.
I feel like they kind of knew they wanted an Orn pick early in the draft and then left it till the very end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I just don't think they accomplished what they wanted to do. I mean, they could have left up Fiora, Kale, and Kennen, got the same amount of countered.
They have a good draft. It's just
Yeah, the team itself is fine. I just think they're holding on for dear life top lane until mid game happens.
The one thing I feel like maybe a bit off is the Lucian there.
No. Lucian's actually good here.
Because
If
I
I
don't
was gonna
know.
complain about anything, it'd be like that Vigar,
Because
to be honest with
I don't
you.
know. I don't feel like Lucian is on a great spot right now.
So the way I heard a phrase is Lucian Milio is like the new Lucianami. And then you either play to skill evenly to Jinx or beat her up early. And I think with this pairing of Jarvan, Lucian Milio, they're probably planning to attack bot so hard that they couldn't get into the game and just bank on, caging Jinx followed into like Vigar W.
it makes sense. I don't know. There's better ADCs than Lucian right now.
Yeah, maybe. I think the problem is once they have Thrush on blue side,
Let me, while you say that,
you
let me
kind
put the
of lose your
clips.
chance of beating Jinx early because what lane dominant thing do you put with ADC to beat Jinx? No, I saw this. I recorded this clip. He was winning top and he is.
That feels bad.
Well,
Oh yeah, dude, fucking Gwen popped off. She got that free kill, and then she gets a
Were
triple
they
kill
just not
here.
focusing?
I mean, the game just. It's kind of screwed. Gwen has 4 kills at like 8 minutes.
ooh, that was a nice pick.
This was such a good bush play, actually.
I mean, the Rider is coming back though. I mean, they got 3 kills there. Oh, they have this play. That was a good play by the Viger. He got a kill off.
That's like the best he could get,
Ooh,
really.
huge shutdown.
And Gwen tries to full 1v3.
Ooh, nice hook. But Gwen Gaming.
I really like this play. Lucian tried to flank and they just all ran towards him until he died. Oh, the main topic I wanted to talk about is Gwen had 4 kills at the start of this game, and then she just doesn't split push. She groups to match Ornn the entire game.
I was gonna mention the same, but no, I was looking at this. He didn't
I was
use.
just so in shock that she's grouping on Gwen at every single fight.
I mean, yeah, pull the pressure and get the kills.
Like, who matches Gwen if she doesn't get shut down?
On this team, nobody.
Yeah, literally no one. She would run down any single one of these guys. But instead she fights a 5v5 where they have a worse 5v5.
I think they're just so afraid because the amount of engagement on the other side, you have to give up every objective if you're not 5v5.
Not necessarily, because ideally Gwen's pushing hard enough that someone has to answer. And if it's a 4v4, they have the potential to outplay.
But yeah, their countering, their re-engage is really strong with Wukong and Ornn. But if they can split that up, like
Well,
divide
they
the
have
fight,
a Vigar to try to cage if they ever walk out. So it's not the worst disengage. This was so silly. Like this entire play. They just watched him do dragon for like 2 minutes. And the Jinx ult kills Gwen. Yes.
But I felt like Spada wasn't able to do much on the Gwen because I don't know. I feel like with the lead that he
He
got,
made sure it was that way. That's the
yeah,
way I would put it.
because I don't know. I feel like
Spada played on PFE last split too.
yeah,
Yeah, he was like
ADC, I think.
ADC, and then I think he was top, and he was a sub.
but the other thing is I don't know if you guys remember he played Fiora second game of last week against an Illaoi, and he was constantly being pushed, not the one pushing.
He was unfamiliar with that matchup,
Yeah, so
and it seems like he doesn't know what to do on split pushers.
I feel like he probably is struggling a little bit trying to get an understanding of split push matchup.
Yeah, that's after such an
Split
early
pushing
lead.
is one of the hardest things about top lane. This
But
counter gank so brutal.
but if you learn, the thing is, if he learns that, I think he can turn things around in that situation because
Yeah,
because
if he learns the hardest skill for top laners, I think he'll be good at top lane.
I mean, yeah. Also,
that was an awful one.
this game and last game, his first kill was just him running it down into his tower.
He did not have a good series this week.
But I think they're either showing a lot, because they were pretty good on their first match against who did they play last week? Against Conduit. The first game was good. The second game was actually bad. But I feel like coming here with this one, I think they guarantee like a very clean first win. So
Geraldo's showing a decent understanding of like walking into a fight, waiting for CDs, walking back, and then walking back in. But I'm not seeing the same types of things from opposing team in PSC.
yeah, I'm really impressed from Flower Power. I think he's been a pretty solid jungle so far.
Revive
Yeah,
looks good. Revive looks
I
good.
think he played really well game one. In game two, he's done some good plays. I'm not sure who the best performing member is on game two though.
The Victor's showing some potential here.
Yeah, this is one of the two games that I wasn't sure either.
I
For
think
wait, look at this fight. They acted like PF Changs. They have a good fight. I think when they come together as a team, when they have some of the some specific champions that they play really well. The fight, although you could argue that their laning might not be the best. Um, but I feel like they can put up a good fight, given the conditions is good for them. Because they managed to take this game and putting on the three game that's oh wait, do I remember this game?
I can't believe Gwen got picked twice from two
Oh,
different top laners. She's been really rising in popularity.
oh yeah, I remember this game. This game I was looking at closely. They focused that Shoga so much. They that
I think I remember. Oh
dude.
wait, I think this is a game you recorded clips. I don't think I looked at this.
For the third game, because I remember much better than the other ones. This third game, I'm sorry,
Oh my.
Spada.
Oh,
It's not so bad.
dude, this is bad. This is so bad. if Split Pusher gets ahead against tank, it turns the like first item power spike into you're useless the entire game.
It looks like a replay, but I kid you, it's not.
Oh, this guy just
Getting
gets
involved.
chain gang 3 times in a row. I think Cho'Gath is strangely good with Senna, but I don't think he's good top right now.
I mean, props to Wukong for executing on people just extending too much.
Dude, Gwen wins this. Unless Cho has ult.
Yeah,
Oh my.
I just feel like, oh, poor Spada. Although I think his performance on Shoga was actually pretty good.
I mean, his warding might need work. Oh, the Lulu knockup was actually so huge. But then the shutdown goes to Lulu, so it doesn't reset this lane at all. And Thresh is taking 5 tower shots. Oh my god. I think Maokai's dead. Oh my
nah,
god. Okay, Maokai lives somehow.
I mean, if we can control the inting top, I think Wukong wins this game.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of my takeaway too.
poor Spada. But I felt like PF Chang's is a team that likes to fight for the Drakes. They're definitely.
Well, this is weird.
Yeah.
Why is he walking up with no team support as a tank?
I mean, he's a Shoga dude.
Oh my god, he shouldn't even get a kill there.
Hey, when things work out, that shouldn't.
And we just skipped a whole 5 minutes of gameplay to the next dragon.
Well, there was nothing.
Yeah, I guess so. This
This is really just putting yourself out there on this Cho'Gath, though. Like,
yeah, he kind of just walks forward whether his team's next to him or not. Okay, that was a huge knockout. And Wukong's gonna die before it matters.
I'm sorry. Did Annie ult the wave?
I don't. I swear I need to re-see that because I don't know what happened to Annie ult.
It feels like, I don't know. It felt a disconnect there because Shoga bought a lot of time. Wukong had a nice ult, but nobody else
Imagine
followed.
how
Annie
hard they would win
teleported-
fights if Cho'Gath was dying while Kog'Maw was autoing with W.
Annie teleported bot lane. I think she spawned Tibbers on the wave.
Oh, dude, this was so bad. Oh,
Wait, what could possibly happen that was so bad, Kim?
because I mean, he TP'd and then they just started Baron as like if they were ahead.
What the? Oh my god!
So they got
I
one
was
shot
living
at.
in the back of the pit.
Yeah, and now they're all chunked, and now they give Baron again.
Why? Why didn't they ward
They
anything
were-
before even thinking about that?
They were already pressured on lower health, and like you got the win getting them off.
They could have actually just went to Dragon and
Or just
avoided everything.
push the wave. I mean, you stop their Baron, just push the waves, push
Yeah,
top, push mid.
Get the
there's no
lanes
need to
moving,
coin flip
someone
the entire
answers.
game.
Start getting some resets going. Like, don't coin flip it.
Another game where Cho'Gath walks in front and takes damage from 5 or 4 people
That boy
before
is
his team
10
can get in
miles
range.
out. Like,
Gwen is literally 1v5 flanking and doing a lot.
it's a real shame when your Lulu has to burn ult on Cho'Gath when a free fight starts.
And dude, this is a 46-minute game. This.
So I think his patience got tested and they just lost because of it.
Yeah, there were so many things that happened in this game.
I think player of game goes to the Maokai.
Maokai. Who's the Maokai?
Uh,
Who's their
Flower
jungle?
power.
Flower
Oh
Power.
yes, flower power. Yeah, yeah. I am really
Spam ganks. How frustrating.
yeah. I'm really surprised about this game. No cap. Okay. So actually, so this group, I mean, you guys face them next game, right? Yes. Oh no, no. You guys face coalition. This is game. Okay.
Ooh,
This group B. This group
crazy.
B. I'm sorry. This is group B.
Um,
So I don't know. I feel like this group has good teams. Piepcheng's maybe they're struggling because they had to play Syndicate, Dorado, and Fever. So let's see how that goes. But I don't know if they have the potential to fight for playoffs. To be honest.
I both of these games, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. There's some real weak teams at the bottom of the race.
Yeah, I think Dorado has a chance because they're gonna be
I mean, Dorado
they're
knows how
playing
to
City
come
mid.
back from like losing lanes at least.
And here's the thing, they're playing Syndicate this upcoming week, so it's like whoever wins takes the second spot at least. And this is actually the next team that we're gonna look at right now. So
I can't wait to look at Syndicate. They're my new favorite team.
How dare you take it back?
Dude, Syndicate has been my homies for longer than Eden's, okay? Go way back. Only before the split.
this game, the games itself, they felt really slow. Like first blood at what 10 minutes is this?
Oh.
So they felt really slow. And actually, this was all I'm gonna say. It was a bloodbath. I like those, but
Yeah, I can't believe Kled might have gotten blind picked on blue side. That's
I'm going
crazy.
to let me see if I can show a little bit of
This
the
fight
turn.
is actually so fucking crazy. um, it's a
Seth,
fucking blitz special.
Seth showing why he's the best mid laner according to stats. There we go.
Dude, I can't believe Blitz took the kill on Swain. I can't believe Blitz walked up and threw Q instead of just zoning. This is actually such a desperation play. They just walk up as 3, trying to attack a group of 4 people.
I'm gonna try to do something. I'm not sure it's gonna work.
Ooh, dude, Blitz is too good.
MVP.
Oh, dude, the Kled build actually is good this time? It's crazy.
What was the last? It was Jock Show last time, right?
Yeah, it was Ravenous Jock Show Black Lever last time.
Okay, so this is not perfect, but I'm gonna put the draft like real small here,
Oh, okay.
just so we can actually
They
see
did
it.
not blind Kled. Is to be expected.
A
I
lot of
don't know if I would pick
emphasis.
Kled here.
A lot of emphasis into that Rakan though.
I mean, if you shut down Rakan, their engage is Lily or Scion, so.
Oh, that Lily ult. Wow.
Holy shit. That was the best Lily ult I've seen in Gold Plat. This Swain is dying at the start of almost every fight.
I think it took them a while to figure out uh, how to use it because
Yeah, he
He
just
looks like he doesn't play Swain.
yeah, it looked like he was dying a lot.
He
until
doesn't
he.
need to be the initiator. Like,
Oh yeah. Okay, so there were a lot of plays here in this game where I didn't take because they were taken. For example, they took the Baron uncontested. This was like a few minutes, maybe a minute after Baron. They took Baron. They took maybe two turrets, like top tier two and mid tier one, and they got wiped. So a lot of this kind of stuff happened on these games, as opposed to, for example, what you guys did, where okay, we got the objective and then we actually run them down. They actually got run down and lost Baron pretty much. If we look at the Baron play, it's probably negative, like I don't know, 2K or something. And I don't know, I just feel like it's pretty bad. But
This
there's
Cled is actually behind Scion somehow.
a trend in these like objective fights where they're not getting their lanes pushed out beforehand. So then it's really hard to capitalize on things
I mean,
after.
they're also just not zoning them from entering the fight. Do they have Ignite? They have a single Ignite to try to take into the Swain.
Yeah, they must. He was just ticking ignite right there.
Yeah, their support is Ignite. I think it's just Kled is behind Scion, so they lose the side lane. They lose the team fight because they don't have nearly as much damage as they need to punch through Scion Swain, and then the entire game's hard from there.
yeah, but I don't think they never really play side lanes because we can see
Yeah,
top and
yeah,
bot
they
are
don't play
actually.
side lane because Kled's behind Scion in CS.
I don't know, but I feel like they could because if you see like almost all
Yeah,
the
you would
time,
try for it, but
top and bot is just
by the
pushing through
time
them.
Kled kills Scion, someone should be there to match.
But you don't need to kill him. You just need to bring
Yeah,
somebody.
you need to pull pressure, but I think Kled was too far behind to force them to bring one more person to the fight.
Oh, this is the highlight of the game, I think.
Yeah, I don't know about that Swain play.
Jesus. This is interesting. What is happening?
Hep Quadrikill.
No, this Kled trolled his build too, guys. I can't watch this. I really can't watch this. He went Black Cleaver third item against 3 people with armor items. This Lily has Jock Show, and she's working towards Zonius too. Oh.
Alright, let me make sure the second draft is here at the bottom as we go to the game two. Oh, this was god awful.
Okay, what happened game 2?
I mean, I'm not gonna give you spoilers, but in my perspective, I think it's awful. Like I feel like watching two series from Syndicate. I think they have a good mid, jungle, and top side. I think I think their bot lane is like 50-50. I feel like Hap does well into certain picks, but certain picks, but overall he's just suffering. I feel like. No, I mean, it's not only to him, but the bot
He's just
itself is
not
suffering.
keeping up. He's just not keeping up.
I wouldn't say that. It's just like
Who do you think's washed up again?
no. So I think like Hap is struggling in some, like most cases, but there are some picks that he is doing good, like the Ezreal where we saw that was an actually a good game for him. Um, but I think
Oh
this
yeah,
is
had a rough super game.
yeah, and I think this is a second Twitch game that he played. It wasn't good. I'm sorry, Hap. It wasn't.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be sick.
Yours just better.
Yeah, and this team,
What was draft for this game too, Cam?
it's can you see at the bottom?
Oh, you put it here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I don't think their top is meant to R4. I think their top actually can play counter matchups relatively well, and they need to trust in him. I don't think you put him in Cyan R4 every game.
Oh yeah, and not to say they're playing Kiora and Ep3. Kiora is doing pretty amazing so far, at least in my perspective. I don't know as a fellow.
Number two ADC in the league behind that Killbot guy. I hear he's cracked.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but he might be good.
Yeah, I don't know like as a fellow ADC, but he's doing amazing. All I'm gonna say.
Do you just like memorize like top 3 for every role?
No, I just make up stats and hope I'm causing
Uh,
fault. So.
oh, so you're the one putting that Killbot guy in number one, right?
Yeah, I heard he's cracked. You know what the craziest thing is? He's not even the top three ADC on his own team.
Dude, why is Echo face striking a Mordecai's? Holy shit. Look at how OP Scion is here, guys.
They put a lot of pride on that Cyan.
They do, and I don't think it's the best tank in the game. I think Ornn is stronger.
Game one he did okay, but game two he surfed a lot on this
Oh my
Mordekaiser.
god. This is painful. Wait, Mord actually can 1v4 this. Yep.
It would be good if he actually landed something.
Holy shit. What was that?
I think he could have won.
Why did he ult Karth this? The one champ who lives after he dies.
And how do you then get kited by Karthus?
I don't know. That was really perplexing. I would have just ulted Twitch. This is literally what Mord does into every tank.
Oh, poor Hap.
They put 0 bans towards top on red side.
I don't know. I feel like
I think
Fever.
if we're gonna do 0 bans for top, you pick it R5. That's my go-to.
I also I don't like the echo into Victor. I think it's a really difficult because the thing is
Yeah,
that
it's
matchup
kind of hard.
you have to win early, otherwise you just get destroyed later on.
Yeah, it's not a matchup you should be behind on. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's not that easy either because you have to jump on Victor, get your combo, get your passive move speed, and then walk back, and you keep redoing that until you actually all in. But
What mid do you think would have been better to Victor?
I mean, if he plays Azir is good into it. He could play
Okay,
Viger,
so this is like a
Oriana.
completely different draft. If you're picking a control mage, you're not picking that R5.
I don't think you
And they picked
should.
Echo R5.
Yeah, I don't think you should take like an assassin on Victor unless you smash him. Unless you're doing like, unless the Victor stays like 03, 04 in lane, I feel like you shouldn't take that kind of pick. But that's just
I
me.
think you just pick up like an Anivia.
The fucking crazy
Yeah.
A-Soul player. Wow, you see that?
Anivia is good too. Anything that can just block his lack of mobility is just
Jesus.
is just good. Okay, so the draft for game three is at the bottom.
I can't believe they finally counterpick. Oh, they don't even counter. Why did they only blind for their top? Why would you blind Gwen on blue side?
Yeah, and when you have that Zeri pick, you kind of want your enchanter locked in right away.
Exactly.
Yeah. They could have taken Lulu. They lost Lulu.
I'm pretty sure Syndicate had 2 red side games, and their first time picking a carry champ top is on blue side. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they played game one and two red side, and then they took blue side.
It just goes to show you all Zeri players don't know what they're doing.
Dude, I have a complaint to make to Riot, I guess, because since since Zeri's auto attack is a Q that counts as a Q shot, and that's insane.
Yeah, it's boosting people's stats and it's making Cam not look like the number one mid. So
No, no,
we
no.
gotta fix that.
I'm definitely not a number one mid. But
No, he
at
would
least
be if the Zeri problem was
no,
something.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
guys,
no, no,
don't
no.
hear anything else.
No, 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 no. It's not that. It's just that at least I can land my skill shots. That's all I care. I can land it, and that's it.
I don't get to spam 10,000 of them and just rock the leaderboard.
I'm just talking about because I think Major played like 2 games with Zeri, and he had like almost 3K skill shots. It.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Because if you've seen him on any other champion, he can't hit a skill shot to save it.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god, the Acel. What was that? Um, I have no clue who wins this series. I would hope Syndicate wins. But, okay. I can't believe they win this fight. Red side starts Dragon and just says, it's okay, come into our family, and you are punching us.
Like,
Holy shit, that vibe went on a journey. And Bard's not even here for the magical journey.
That's brave.
I actually think they played really well this game. Syndicate, like they were very ahead, but they had these kind of misplays where they just lost Baron because of a play that they just went like tier 2 diving with I. They died to everybody. Um, Outside that there were some good plays, some Death Bush plays. Outside the last one, I guess. But this game, Hap did actually pretty well. I actually was pretty impressive with his every play here, getting early lead,
Oh
doing
my god.
pretty
That's
well.
good Seraphine.
My screen is breaking. I'm surprised Blue is still walking up after Vigo got a reset and there's 3 low health people.
Ooh, this flank from Chef is crazy.
Wait. That is crazy. That's so huge.
I feel like we just watched this fight.
I... Only difference is Chef is flanking, so it's a victory. Oh, they got fucking Death Brush baited.
Oh, that feels bad.
Holy shit. The Cannon ult onto their entire team.
Yeah,
This is so coin flippy.
I don't know, but like that, it's a good idea. But the thing is,
Yeah, you're
Soul is not
perfectly
even,
grouped for Cannon.
and the thing is, originally Soul was not even
Holy
there.
shit. Cam, why did you praise Hep? You cursed him.
What are you talking about?
He just ate a knot hook.
Oh,
and
no, no,
Ipsy
no,
died.
no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Ooh, that
Ipsy
cannon.
I think Ipsy did amazing this game. Um, I think they would have been even far behind if Ipsy wasn't saving the Ezreal from Vi. But I think overall, Ipsy is the guy for this game just because I think he was able to win the last 2 fights. This hook and the one that he got all the CC, everything.
Cam, your logos are on the wrong side and it's hurting my head.
What are you talking about?
Who did these logos?
Not logo. What are you talking about, dude? It's not me.
There's...
This is Conduit. Dude, this is Conduit stream.
Conduit messed up the logos. It's been hurting my head this whole
This
time.
is Conduit stream, okay? So
Dude, we're gonna have to flame Conduit. They don't even know what side their team's on.
anyways, so those were the games. I think they were overall pretty good games.
Yeah.
I think Syndicate is coming up as a pretty strong team overall. But
Conduit's a tough team to go against.
yeah, Fever is it's a very strong. But they were able to do like really, head to head games. That game 3, I think they should have won. But
I mean, I'm just saying, Gwentily ill did work on Gwen, and that was when he got counterpicked. Imagine if they counterpicked Gwen in any of their other games.
through.
I think they could have done it. I think they would have won a series.
Okay. So technically, groups A and B are one of the best groups with the most funniest and nice games. Now we're gonna go to like the abyss of League of Legends.
This. Wait, what's the matchup after
We're
this?
going down to the IBS portion of
Oh,
Divinity.
Team Scooter
Yeah,
Ankle versus Cape Dogs.
yeah. So it's Scooter Ankle against Cape Dogs. I'm gonna put the draft here at the
Okay.
bottom.
Yeah. This is why I'm here today. This is the matchup I've been waiting to watch.
So this is game
I hope
one.
Days doesn't disappoint me today.
I've been flaming Scooter Ankle because I thought they were just like a meme team, and they've actually been winning a bit.
They're literally only playing for funsies. So,
Okay, so
I mean, if they're winning, having fun, yeah, I'm happy for them.
yeah,
However,
that'll probably change next set groups.
their logo looks like I saw my graphic. Um,
it's definitely not pretty. Their logo, definitely.
wait, they didn't get their top lane pinched and they went Kane top?
Game top, yep.
Oh yeah, this is the
What?
team that has
No.
weird ass stuff. You haven't seen it. It's weird ass stuff.
Dude,
top lane. Let's
yeah,
go.
he told me he was cooking stuff for me, and he's like, "You guys are the best tops." I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, we've
I
got
don't
R-
know what you're cooking.
we've got
But
R5
this
top.
Kane
What
top
do you
isn't
want?
it.
He's cooking well. I don't know if it's good, but he's cooking pretty well.
Oh, this really ran out of mana, or else this would have been killing a soul.
Yo, that.
I think
If he had
this
present,
is
what the fuck?
this is
Oh.
Cryo on Aurelia. Okay, yeah. So
Yes.
absolutely 1v9s on Aurelia.
The fucking class. Oh my god, holy shit. I can't believe Ace fell for that. He pressed W when Aurelia had stun prepared.
One thing that I feel, I don't know. I have like my opinion. I have divided opinion about what's his name on the Jinx.
Who?
Audacious.
Yodacious. So
I like calling him Yodalicious, but okay.
okay.
Oh my
Yodelicious.
god, no. The Jarvan has like 10 HP.
Oh,
What the fuck? He's gonna die to a fucking gust of
See,
wind.
that didn't have to happen, but Zeri players don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, Zeri should be out, but she's not.
So the only thing that I have about
Yuumi popped
Yodacious.
out and insta died. What the hell's that?
Yeah, the only thing I have about Yodacious is the fact that his positioning is questionable, to say the least.
Zeri got her dash
I've,
cancelled by Milio Q.
I've reviewed their games each week, and Yodacious seems like just a different player
Oh.
each game.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Really?
I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
But yeah,
Oh my god.
the split push 80 carry,
Shut down.
the split push 80 carry is my favorite.
What? You're saying you don't like split push Silver or split push Vayne?
Definitely not.
Oh my god.
Who does that?
Gets TP flanked as drag is up.
You're already by yourself. Why'd you run forward after the tower?
That's what I was wondering. Oh,
I mean, it
Jinx literally funnels the entire enemy team into this fight, and somehow they win.
it's the tech, man. You can't die alone. You have to,
You have to
bring
die
someone.
with friends
Yes.
if you're gonna die. Oh.
This is just proof that ADCs don't matter.
Oh my god, what is this? What? Cam, I'd rather see your Jin EDC.
I think Zong disagrees with that. Oh god. But overall, like it was a lot of fun. But I feel like this group is probably one of the most even groups that we have with TSA, uh, Rides Vampire. Um, what's the other team that they have?
Is this the troll pick group?
No, that's next.
Group D? That's Group
Yeah.
D.
They have our
Don't
second
jump to the
team,
show.
ET Solar's in there.
Oh, that's right.
Dude, I forgot who's the other team in this group. Oh, Cape Dogs. Yeah, Cape Dogs. So I think this group is very even across the board.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a three-way for who's going to come out as the top team in
I
it right
mean,
now.
I can't believe they didn't kite back at all for that drag. So the moment drag dies, they're just in the same exact spot.
And
Oh,
Arcs Knight is
ooh,
telling us Vampire Squids is in this group as if
yeah,
they have a chance of winning.
yeah. Are you saying Vampire Squids don't have a chance to make it?
Actually, I think Vampire is probably the weakest of them so far.
I think Vampire Squid's the only team in that group to go lose two matches.
Yeah, there's a potential that three teams are gonna be to one at the end of next week, but
Yeah, I want to compliment this Aurelia, but I feel like the enemy team's just walking into him and dying.
I'm gonna give I'm still giving our boys the benefit of the doubt from ET Solar. I think they can take the win against the Cape Dogs.
Yeah, I think they have a chance. Cape
It's
Dogs
going to game
makes
three.
mistakes.
ET Solar likes to fucking throw one of the games.
Yeah,
It,
they do.
it's stylistic flair, okay?
They do. As long as they do it as a team, I think at least it's all right. There's a
Holy
higher
shit, that
chance.
Demolish proc was half of that turret's health.
But yeah, Cryo was amazing this game.
Yeah, he's so
he stood out for sure.
crazy
Which
fed.
surprised me so much game two because there was no Aurelia ban, I think. And they just
Really?
I mean, I can bring
I
that
feel
right
like
now.
Aurelia into Acel's actually really fucking free.
Yeah, they're he plays for CDU, right, Cape Dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the draft for game two. Oh yeah, that's not a Cassidy, that's a Rumble. He took the Rumble into Amy.
yeah, and no Aurelia ban, and you put your hard carry on Rumble.
I mean,
Oh, I remember. Okay, so this game, that's when
oh,
Shiwi. Okay, so uh,
that's not good. That was a bad trade.
what is this bot lane? Okay, Shuizi and Starlord, they were incredible this game, especially Shuizi on the Samira. This dude was flashy in just to get a kill, even though he knows he was gonna die. The Ziggs was also like flashing W.
As I don't think I would ever want a Ziggs if I'm playing Samira.
I agree with you, but still, it did amazing.
It worked. It worked.
Oh no, he got fucking Gragas sucked.
Oh,
He had flash up and he didn't E flash. It was also kill.
Oh, it feels bad.
who's the top for Cape Dogs again? Is Tiggsy.
Uh,
Tiggsy. Pretty nice play on the Gragas.
what? Yeah. This guy really likes Gragas.
Gragas is a solid pick.
I think Gragas is one of the
Um,
better tank
I
tops.
I really don't like seeing Canes in competitive.
I think because we're gold plat, you're gonna see Kane sometimes. Just like we're gonna see some really cheese stuff top like Darius or
And
Garen.
Days 21, whatever, like last week had solid performances on like Karthus and stuff.
Yeah, Karta's J4, I
Oh, he
think.
played Karthus and Vi.
Dude,
His Vi is less convincing, but the Karthus game was
look at these
solid.
Gragas. Like, how.
Yeah, look at all this value. He's kiting the fuck out of them.
And he just survives, just. The audacious forgings.
Oh my god. Um,
Yeah, that's
But yeah, for me, Chuizi is by far the player of this game. Like, the stuff that he was doing, all the
I can't
damage.
believe you keep spoiling who's winning.
I'm just telling you, as he's doing the play. What do you want?
These games happened on Monday, X, right?
Exactly.
So you think I look at all the match reports? I like to be surprised a bit for the podcast.
Wow. I mean, and you're doing like half of this clip, so I don't know.
I don't remember what teams I'm looking at when I'm recording half of these clips.
I just know because I did the rundown this week for this.
So once I read the team names, I know what teams I'm looking at, but I just record the clips with champ names, and then I forget a lot of what happens.
Dude, how do I spell
I
this?
just don't think Red can contest.
No, they're too
They
late.
showed up late, and then they just give free kills because they overstayed.
Just too late to the fight.
Yeah, they could have just pushed side lanes. They're fighting for third dragon, and they're 9k down. It's just not great.
Dude, Higgsy has some really nice combos, but he was a bit not too fat too.
Overzealous. Oh, wait, that rumble is almost so huge.
But yeah, like, I mean, it was a stomp. Like, yesterday literally just stomped Cape Dogs over there. So that's why I don't know. I feel like these teams are really even because sometimes they're gonna have like really good games. Sometimes there's just gonna be like, throwing stuff like that. So pretty awkward.
This whole group, it's fun to watch. I don't know. It's
This
kind of
group
funny.
feels
They're all kind of
relatively
middle.
closely skilled.
Yeah, they're all kind of middle of the pack, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the big chunk of the series.
Oh, the Fizz Top.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't know why Fizz Top is seeing a resurgence lately, but it is.
Face stop with Ignite. Let's go.
I mean, I'm a fan of Ignite on top if you have escape ability. Oh, this place actually going south for blue.
Some pretty sus positioning there.
Oh, I think the moment the TP comes down, you have to leave.
I think the moment
Oh.
you flashed 500 yards under tower into a Viger.
Oh my god, the Aesol.
Not only you have the Viger, you have the Fizz.
Wait, and they didn't give her the blast cone, so someone dies for it. Oh. This is so awkward. Why did they put themselves in this spot? They went 1 for 4 there, right?
Yeah, 1 for 4. They were pretty okay, and then boom, they're like 1-2K
Yeah, they kind
behind.
of just threw their entire game because this is what happens in mid for the rest of the series.
They were so
10
close
bucks.
to bot lane being level 6 too, and Sarah Senna level 6 is so much value.
Why did they
to
pick
have.
Aesol into Annie Sejuani? That's the question.
Dude, ASO is really bad against champions that has easy
Like,
CC.
how are you outplaying Annie Sejuani as Aesol or staying out of range?
No, the range is fine. The thing is,
Oh.
when you use your Q, you just stand
Dude,
still, so you're
Look
easy
at this
target.
play. They have Sejuani inbound, they have Fizz on the flank. This guy is getting zoned so hard.
Yeah.
Jarvan's dying under tower.
I don't know. I don't like the ASO pick into the
Yeah, I don't think it's the ace pick. That's
Annie
kind of my
Sej.
point.
Yeah, like it's just because it's so easy. Like he can't play.
Why did he pick? I don't think picking Fizz into Shen is great either.
Oh no, you think that's bad?
Yeah, because the thing is,
It worked, I guess, but
it probably happens to work because you can dodge Shen taunt. It's not the hardest thing to do in the world, but a lot of Fizz top's trade pattern is either W damage or proccing electrocute, and Shen can block most of your electrocute damage, and he also can block Fizz's autos. So I'm not
I'm
exactly sure how he wins this matchup.
I'm pretty sure things would have gone way differently if that bot play didn't happen, where he got a double
Yeah,
kill.
that bot play was
Because
horrendous.
he got a double kill there. Let's not forget about that.
They're just playing for Fizz to roam, I think.
Yeah, there was a
Well,
point.
they have a really good pick comp with Sedge plus Fizz. They just go to whoever's in the side lane and they should be able to kill them.
The play that we just saw that he TP top and he died for Shen and Jarvan. He was 2 level behind and he has like 2 CS or 20 CS behind a Shen,
What was that?
but it doesn't
This
really
guy
matter.
doesn't know how to play Fizz.
I mean, because he was just roaming so much. He was like he made so many plays bot. He made plays in the mid where he just stayed there for 30 seconds. He was playing for the team because he doesn't really care about staying with the Shen at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you see 3 people walking between towers while he has his team there, and he doesn't just throw his
Wait.
shark.
We have the culprit on the chat. Sunny Sins.
Okay.
He's talking about how it's unplayable. I think he's the
Unplayable? What's
Fizz
unplayable?
Fizz into Shen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And then
you told me no.
No. I didn't say no. That's what I said. What I'm saying is he doesn't want to play the lane. He just want to play the game. He's not just gonna shove in the waves, or not even shove the wave. He's gonna catch the first wave, rotate, forget about the second wave, and then maybe come back.
It's a risky
Oh.
play style doing that into a Shen because the Shen can answer what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the other problem with the Fizz pick here is you can't really play for picks that well easy either. I mean, because Shen can ult.
They just had a really, I don't know, it's a really difficult fight with the Aesol Saracena, and then you have a
They have a lot of
Technic that
scaling.
wants to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, on red side, you're looking to end this as soon as possible, and they have such a massive gold lead because blue side does that fucking dive play on a scaling team and loses 4 kills.
Yeah, and the other thing, I just feel like they have too much scaling and they don't have like a good
Yeah,
source of DPS to deal with.
I mean they have DPS. The problem is getting there.
I don't know. I feel like it's more bursty.
They have Aesol Senna. They have DPS. Oh my god. Okay, Fizz cleanup. The Fizz just has to believe. They killed Aesol through Shun Shield.
Wow.
Jeez.
Dude, this game had 40 kills in what, 28 minutes? That's insane.
Holy smokes.
This is just
And they have the mountain, so
30
Yeah.
to 10. Like
This
we'll
is
do a
just,
similar draft on Edens with the Saracena, but you can't have Aesol mid when you do that.
yeah, you need something higher threat early.
oh, poor Jarvan.
I mean, if they get this game to like 40, 50 minutes, they might win. But I don't see how it's happening.
I don't know. I feel like they don't have the damage yet to deal with them.
Yeah, they don't have the damage yet, but at some point they would. It's just you lose before that happens generally.
I mean, they just got a good Seraphine
mean,
lockdown into an
mm.
Aesol ult, and it did nothing to them.
Don't forget they have Vayne and Viger too. So it's not like the
Yeah, but
it can be really annoying.
it's kind of a toss up, I guess.
But yeah,
I think Senna Aesol have the range difference generally, so they probably win late game because of that. But they have no early game piece aside from their jungle.
I mean that's 100% for sure. Okay. The only reason why I think these teams are mid of the pack is because I feel like maybe one or two of them might be able to get to playoff. I think one of them might be able to get playoffs. Actually, one of them will get playoff.
Cape Dogs
Yeah,
and Syndicate?
and that's because there's
Mm.
12
Or is
playoff
Cape Dogs.
spots.
Who was it?
No, so I think it's gonna be either
Scooter Angle and Cape Dogs.
I think it's gonna be either
Just watch.
Team Scooter or our solar team. I think these are the
Wow, yeah,
contenders.
you really set the bar high like this.
No, because what I'm saying, like the middle of the pack is from 20
Ah,
from 20 teams. You know, they're like
yeah.
12, 13, something like that.
thing you do have to remember is last split CB Rangers won and they only got to playoffs because of a comp ruling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, I'll show everybody the overall standings later on. But okay, so let me just switch here because we're going to.
Yeah, let's get through all the
Oh
matchups.
shit! This is sorry, the wrong draft. Wrong draft. This one comes first. It's ETS versus Ride. Yes.
Um,
Okay, perfect. Well, this doesn't look that good, so let me make some changes here on this draft. Looks pretty awesome. It's a bit more readable.
this level 1 was actually really smart. I
The
don't
vampire.
like committing like 4 flashes to it though.
The two extra flashes were like, why are you guys doing this? Victor flashing and Tyler's flashing? I don't know if I agree with that. And again, it's a Victor into Zac, and I keep saying, Victor is not good with champions that have that
I
high
hate to do this
ganking.
to
Yeah,
Tortuga, but you should
I've
just leave
taught
Raptors and save mid.
I've taught Goose everything he knows personally, so he's gonna just absolutely carry it.
Oh yeah, you think he's gonna Vic gap this game?
He's been my protege for years. If he's in the chat, he can just confirm.
Goose, where are you? I'm gonna ping him on the server just to come here and say hi.
Dude, this play top is actually so risky because I don't think Gideon took W yet. I like this play. I just wish it was in sync with jungle.
Oh, this is a gank on Victor. That's a good play.
This is getting bounced around.
That's pretty good.
Just a Victor.
I mean, that's good because you're preventing Annie from like doing anything she wants, and Zac can come over you too. That's pretty good play.
A real good answer from EP there.
Ooh, the team play.
It's really lackluster.
That's a good dot. Oh no, Ark! So what did you do?
Dude, I fucking lost it when I saw that. Literally, they just had to walk out, but then Arks tried to get a kill.
He hit this. He hit the Renata, and she just bounced him back. That was hilarious.
Yeah. So bot overstayed, and then Renata flashes, mind you, after she died. I don't know what happened there. I appreciate Gideon's valiant effort here.
I think
And I think he lives this, and then he overstays and dies anyways.
I think he started like understanding a bit more how the magic works, but
Yeah,
maybe a bit too
I
late.
told him how to build Silas back in my day, and he forgot it, so I had to remind him after this game.
Cause he's constantly just low. So it's a bit awkward. Oh no! He did an ult! Oh, I did an ult!
No,
Oh,
Oh, that's sad.
he waited for the Malphite to ult first. That's so sad.
He tried to dodge with E, but Silas E dash speed just slower than Malphite ult. He needs to just ult first and make sure he gets his heal off.
Ooh, this is bad. I mean, the salad is here, so maybe not that bad.
Yeah, this TP should be huge.
Right at the reaction. Ooh, this is actually a good play from Vampire Squids. But they don't have the HP. Oh, they still won. Yeah, I don't like.
Well, the thing that's so awkward about blue side draft is it seems to be playing for poke with Ezreal,
Ziggs.
Ziggs, and then all I can serve is some sort of disengage, but like the Malphite doesn't fit anywhere. The
Neither does Zag.
Like the Malphite and Zag are all in champs. They don't really assist poke comps.
They're trying to do too much of multiple drafts.
Yeah, if Ezreal gets hella fed, you can do an all-in comp with him, but otherwise, this is just like two different team comps together. Yeah.
He is struggling. Ian is struggling on that Silas.
I have faith in him. He'll look better on Silas next week if he picks it.
Wouldn't be hard.
Oh.
He talks.
I don't know, man.
Oh god.
This game was a lot more even than it should have been from the early game.
Yeah, I think itemization didn't help in this game. It made it a lot closer than it should have been.
I think some decisions too, like some plays that they fought topside.
Like,
But they don't have a
kinda
Jinx.
Go for top plays while Gideon's like 10% health instead of just letting him reset.
I mean, I think we do have overall a better draft with the Jinx and the Victor.
I don't understand how we got Jinx and Victor on red side.
Hey man,
Like the stuff they prioritize on blue side is strange because like what power pick did they get on blue side? Like Malphite's strong, but into AD comps.
They didn't even pick the. They didn't pick the Wukong. They let the Wukong go on both teams. The J4 was open also. J4 being a.
Like they didn't get a single power pick on blue side. And get counter pick. So at that point you're not using any of the strengths to blue side. Look at how long this Silas lives. It's like, what does Ezreal do into this front line of Tark's Edge?
It's hard. Whoa! How did he do that? Yeah, and then you have Jinx resetting.
Jeez.
That's.
Oh my god, the Jinx does so much damage at this point.
We'll draft the game 2.
yeah, Vampire's draft is just awful. There's not a world where they win any of that.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
too haphazard. Okay. I can't believe they blinded Lilia top. Because Lilia is like specifically.
Oh, nice! Let's go, Gideon. That was a nice play.
Yeah,
I love
as
that.
I'm saying, like Lilia is specifically a tank counter pick. Also, Gideon didn't have to flash. He could have just W'd. her, and then you killed her anyways. But like Lilia just runs it in
Hey,
this matchup,
he
and he capitalizes.
he knew it was gonna show up on the podcast. Okay, he knew.
Yeah.
So, he was already preparing for the future.
I mean, yeah.
Oh no, Arcs. I see why you
Oh, this
changed your
play was so
name.
painful to watch. Literally, just let jungle walk in, smite, and don't be there to die.
Dude, they did a lot on this top side. What the hell? They
Yeah,
kept the shit out of it.
Lilia has to over push, and then she goes zoom. If she doesn't over push, she's just not worth anything, and then you play straight into the Nocturne game plan by picking Lilia here. So I think the jungle pick here was like monumental to their victory, because Lilia already struggles in the side lane and it becomes even harder.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they were able to, because they played against the Jarvan, so they were able to like
Yeah.
not
They
get
had
punished.
a draft plan and they execute it here, and it put blue team in a spot where they don't have much going for them.
No, yeah, but I'm saying more in terms of like if we know that if they know that Nox is gonna focus top, they can definitely like try to abuse with Alistar and J4 bot, and I'm just glad to see that they were able to not get cheese on that Jarvan gang.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, Alistar's actually pretty good in Decipher, because if you try to spell shield Alistar, what happens is you spell shield the W, not the knockout.
Yeah, actually, it makes his combo easier.
I love the part where Lilia ults and then auto attacks to get rid of the sleep instead of throwing ability.
Ooh, Chase is doing
Fortunate.
Chase is doing pretty well in the Oriana.
Yeah,
Not doing.
I think Goose played well. He came very close to outplaying and surviving a lot of ganks. I think this flank is so overzealous.
Like after that, why would you pick the Orion?
I don't know.
That is true.
Maybe for the Ori Nocturne combo?
I mean, they do have an Amumu,
Or
so
the Ori Amumu combo?
yeah, that's a good combo too.
Yeah, I think Victor does the same stuff, just better.
I personally love Victor, so I would definitely would have chosen
I
it.
think Victor probably has more AoE damage, but maybe not as high AoE burst.
No. He has. If you land your ult with your E, especially after the power the level ups,
2 items just one shots.
yes, it's insane the amount of burst that he has.
But I'm talking about this specific game where like Anivia has a revive and there's an
Oh.
Alistar and Jarvan.
Don't forget that the Victor's ult gives you a silence too. Oh no.
Oh boy, this was messy. I don't know how they ended up in that position.
I mean, this game looks overall cleaner, at least from the side of ETS, but still
Yeah, I think ETS is
Couple.
getting better every week. Net showing.
definitely the change in support made a huge difference from what happened over the past couple weeks. So glad to see they're actually evolving.
Yeah, I mean, they can really only get better because that's only their first week with that support.
I mean, they're in the right group then to figure it out, because after this, things are going to get tougher, I bet.
Yeah. It's gonna be really dicey after this. I think I'm expecting ETS to win 2-1 in their week 3 match.
All right. Let me get. Okay. So now we're actually heading to Group D, which is our group, and we go for going ghost highs first. Facing off GD Payson.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, these games.
So even more wacky
Yeah,
stuff.
poor T Kaizen.
You guys had
Their superstar Jungle Zig was at the airport during their game, so I'm pretty sure he didn't play.
he was on the podcast or on the cast last week talking
Yes.
about how T
Yes.
Kaizen was gonna possibly swing the game, right?
Yeah.
He did say
Spoiler,
it was a bit
didn't
of
work.
ego to say that though.
Didn't work.
we told them, I remember, and it's also on YouTube. We told them ban the Viego, and you might have a chance. You might.
Okay. They followed the script. They apparently didn't have much of a
Or
chance. But...
yes. I don't know about their chance, but at least they banned the Viego.
I'm gonna stand by. I don't know why you're banning top and picking top R3.
I think also these Aatrox is coming pretty strong for Zork here. Could be a potential pick that people should be looking to it. Just saying.
I think it's weird that you would give up R5 to pick Syndra. Just blind Syndra. It's actually good. Oh, oh, no. This eye tries to go in and then waste flash too. Oh my god.
But yeah, like I don't know. I felt like watching this game, it was just
Wait.
a team div.
Yeah.
Oh,
I give
boy.
props to TD. Like they're punching up. They are an
Yes.
IPS team, right?
Yeah,
And
they are.
it's a rough grouping they got put into.
I don't know
Okay.
if there would be, honestly, I don't know if it would be any easier given how the other groups went.
I mean, I don't know. I could see if TD Kaizen was in like VVS's spot, they could have won a match by now.
The one thing though is like I mentioned to Ziggy last week, they had some good plays and they had like some good attempts to fight back to answer, but there were a lot of things that were like iffy, like display, for example. At least in my opinion.
Well, I think it's just hard because their top has like room to grow, and if you're on red side, at least try to give him last picks when he can have a stable lane. Because
Yeah,
I'm betting that Aatrox that early kill or two, he's just gonna take over this game.
their tops kind of stood out a few times, and you gotta set them up.
Yeah, I mean the whole team I think it has potential to improve. I think right now Spat is looking to be their best player for now.
Yeah, I think
Um,
as good as Svat has been performing, I feel like their best move is just to have him blind so that he can be the one getting at least partially countered to alleviate some pressure for the rest of his team.
yeah, I agree. If he can be that stable for the team, that point of stability, I think he's gonna like add a lot to the team.
If you're on the roster of TD here, I think you just have to understand, like, let's just not tilt. Let's learn as much as we can from these
Yep.
guys and do what we can in this, which
You
is
got with
their
Harold
first
Cheese
split.
so hard. You have to kill Wave or else it just doesn't do its thing. It's really annoying.
Oh no, this was so bad. Oh, it wasn't. Yeah, this was so bad.
But
Oh my
It's just
god.
I
Oh my god. He got minion
Oh,
block.
the fucking minion block. And then it's an execute. Holy shit.
It's so bad. But
That's
still,
so painful.
it's the effort. We give the effort to him.
That happened to me against Gideon in scrims, I think, or 1v1s.
I mean, but they're trying, right? I don't think
Yeah.
GGH gave them. I don't think GGH made as many mistakes as we did, especially me, on week one. But they definitely try to punish a few things. Although I don't think they got anything.
Yeah, we kind of had to get back in the swing of things. I think we played worse against TD Kaizen, but we outperformed them against TPO with a better roster.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to for this upcoming week for sure. There's a lot that we're gonna get out of this next game. But I believe in my power rankings at least, TDK is not the last one. I'm just gonna throw that out there because
Well, you're giving a
they
lot of hope
deserve.
to TDK fans out there, Cam.
I
What
think
would
they
we do
deserve.
without you?
Hey, at least they're not the worst, in my opinion.
Wait, who's the worst?
Oh, you'll see them.
You'll see him. What? I thought we already
I
saw the
think
worst
they're
team.
next.
Exactly,
Oh.
and it's not us.
Wait. You think TPO is worse than like Vampire Squids?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Alright. I
I'm with
personally would not
Killbot.
go that angle, but I will respect it.
Oh, smite gap.
Dude. They really just saw them do Baron and then just walk at them and lose the fight. I can't believe they did that. This is a really dominant game.
It was,
Only 2 deaths from
and they didn't get a single
one
objective.
ghost.
So they did pretty well. And that's what I'm saying. Like I think Zork is putting on like great performances overall. Like Wupong did great, but I don't think it was nothing special. Merciful Crow also wasn't like crazy. Their bot
I
lane
can't.
is just solid.
I can't wait to see if Wupong is just inflated by bad teams, or if he's actually as good as
Is he actually good? Or is he a fucking. What do they call it? A pub stomper?
But I think Zork like put on like he's getting the stats right, so we need to give
Oh,
to
they let the
him.
Viego through. Of course they lose game 2.
Yes, and is of course a first pick
Wait,
Viego.
I'm missing 3 of the bands on red side.
Oh, I
What the fuck
forgot.
happened?
No, no, no.
does Milio know there's another way around this wall?
I don't think so.
I don't think he does know, actually. I think he's just, he's headstrong like
Really?
Malphite. He's gonna get through eventually.
Uh,
Oh my god. Why is he doing this? Red side gets to play as 2, while blue side doesn't.
My guy, lane's over there.
now he
Oh
went
my
through. So there is,
Oh
there
my
is.
god. What am I watching?
Wow, if he was only there to help.
Yeah, that's from Going Ghost side. Are you kidding
Exactly.
me? Wait. There's no way you ever make that play.
Alright, if anyone plays Going Ghost next week,
Yeah,
target
Huh,
the
I wonder if
support.
I could
Let
figure out.
Milio through.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure only on Emilio he does 1v2 plays.
but yeah, it's nice to see TDK like getting those plays, even though it lasted like 3 minutes or actually 2 minutes. But it's
Oh
just.
my god. That's a game resetter.
But yeah, what I was gonna tell you,
Wait, this
X.
is actually a good matchup. They actually put their top in a good matchup. That's crazy. They R5 top just like I've wanted them to do.
Now he didn't die for the minions. Nice play, Pat.
Wow.
But yeah, they use a E sub. That's why they lost the first 3 bans because of Ziggy
Who's
was
their
out.
E sub?
Jungler.
Oh, Zig plays first game and then they run E sub
Yeah,
game two.
he probably had to run to the airport. Like,
Yeah, he probably dolphin dived into the airport Black Ops style. Oh my god,
Wait,
no.
why
Jinx
did
got
they have an
solo
ESUB
killed by a
though?
turret.
Like, didn't they know a week ahead he was not going to be
No,
there?
they had a sub prepared and then their sub fell through and then they were struggling to find a third person who would be available.
That hurts.
Yeah,
the
that's
these Viego
the
Lions.
problems with running orcs sometimes.
Going Ghost should have just gave them the bans. Like, what are you guys really doing?
I think it's cowardice that they decide to force them to lose bans.
But again, this was actually a much better game than game one. This was actually
Yeah,
even
because they
through and
counterpicked
through.
top. Oh my. Why aren't they pulling drag and just fighting the four?
I don't. This happens all the time.
Oh no. They had such a good start to that, and then they just let that happen. Um, this is really strange map positioning.
And they actually, there was like a
Ooh.
bad surfing ult too.
Yeah, Surfing ult did nothing.
But
Cled's so late to this fight. I don't even think he should be here.
and then you have the resets on Viego, the AoE from Aatrox.
Also a reset, the Jinx, like.
This is actually just a reset comp with Viego Jinx.
And Aatrox too.
Oh, true Aatrox, but that's less scary, in my opinion.
I mean, for sure, but still good to
I
have.
mean, could you ask for a better setup as Aatrox Viego with 2 enchanters?
Probably not, but they are heavy healing, so if they had the ability to go heal cut.
Yeah. I don't know if that was so much of a factor. Like, they just burned Redemption at full health and ran them down before any healing even became an issue.
They also have a lot of shielding with Melio and Seraphine.
Yeah.
I think overall they have like good setup. Oh, the steal. Wait for the heroic act. Yeah, these games were very, very fast too. They were like how Eden's games was too that fast, but at least up to a point, the first 10, 15 minutes, there was a game before it became like a total slaughter.
Hecarim dies to red buff over the wall. That's really awkward.
Yeah. We didn't play an IBS team though, Cam. So come on now.
Yeah, give them more credit.
Hey, I'm giving them the credit, right? Because
Dude, Cam's just so toxic.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the Kled build? I need to know the Kled build.
I'm just trying to,
Can anyone copy and paste Kled items correctly or no? That's the question. Because there's literally like one way to build Kled right now, and no one's been doing it.
what this game is again? This is GGH.
I'm trying to pull it up.
Yeah, it should be on the.
It's TDK.
He went Hydra, and he was gonna go Eclipse, but he didn't have time to. He got Caulfields.
Oh, so he's super behind.
Yeah,
Alright, I can't criticize his build then. But at least he was trying to go Eclipse second.
Yeah, he has Serrated Dark, Caulfields, and Steel Cap Boots. Aatrox had Cleaver completed, Eclipse completed, and a Chain Vest. But yeah, that's and here they're just playing for stats, right? They are 28 to 8. They're just trying to get those high stats up. Shame on
It's so-
JJH.
It's so hard to play it comp that just wants to run into them, and then it's
Yeah, they have
like
no
surfing
disengage on
immediately
red
out.
side, aside from like Renato ult. So if you fall behind, you're kind of just screwed.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the most important game of the week. I'm just kidding. We.
Dude, I love listening to
Oh shit, that's the wrong
Troll
one.
Picks games because they didn't know how Mordekaiser Fio matchup went. They're like, oh, I think it will be Mordekaiser favored early, and then like they're slowly realizing.
What
The
is?
most baffling thing about troll picks to me is why people keep signing up for that damn team.
Oh my god.
He's spitting facts.
It's just sad that they left their best. They removed their best players out of their squad. That's
Yeah,
just
as if
sad.
Coconut was the problem.
Yeah, like
Coconut?
if you look at the games from last week, from here from the clips that we got, that was
Yeah,
the
it was so
only
funny.
lane.
Cam was hyping up their bot lane, and then like a couple days later, he's like, "Oh, he's not on the team
Dude,
anymore."
one day later they post on Titans. Okay, remove.
I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess it'll be even easier."
Yeah, it's like he actually he
Jarvan
gapped.
overstayed so hard here. I don't like this play at all. I was saying we shouldn't do this.
Dude, I was so pissed at this game with this stupid Skarner. Like,
Skarner was running you down, bro.
dude, there's a play where he got the flash ult on me, and he had the Morgana shield, and he would only do that to me. It was just sad. But yeah, it was a rough time. Outside that,
This Yone got the moves.
I think he was he played pretty okay.
Nah, Yone was my valiant effort. If I
Yeah.
had to give one.
He played pretty well, I think.
Yeah, it looked decent. The Fiora carried this one.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah. Whoever that Fiora was played really well this game.
No macro decisions at all, but hands.
What? Oh, my macro decision. Dude, this shit was so funny to me. He's just like, oh yeah, yeah, let me walk into this.
I don't think he knows how to reset vitals.
No, I don't think he knows his matchup.
Dude, I didn't realize there was a Morgana coming there. Like, I just went to my turret, he just pulls me off, and I'm like, what do I do now? I get greeted with her Q? Do I pray? What do I do? That's funny. Real funny. But overall, it wasn't too terrible of a game until a point where X was like what
I was
10-1, 10 and something.
I don't even remember. I did the math, and at the end of this game, the goal difference between me and Mordekaiser was 60% of our gold lead.
Dude, I got 2 roots. Like I couldn't barely move.
This Mord was just irrelevant. He was so far down in CS. I think it was 100 CS by the end of the game. It was like at least 9 kills. Oh, I get stunned here, and then I already pressed Q before I got stunned, so it just makes me Q the wrong way. It made me look so silly.
I don't remember. I think we only. I think like plays wise, we just cause we took the Baron and all
It
that
was
stuff.
literally just let me split, and then I'll win the side lane, and you guys do whatever.
Yeah, cause I think we
I got
just
so fed.
we just set up the lanes after like the first couple of Drake fights that we had.
This was your guys' to kind of just try some shit out before you go play against Ghost.
Yeah, dude, my Cassiopeia looks
That's
so bad.
Kinda how I took it.
My Cassiopeia was so ass, dude. I'm so sad.
I'm glad you said it, not me.
No, I mean I often do okay on it. Obviously I don't play like 20, 200 games of it, but it wasn't good showing.
I like the champion. I don't want to press that many buttons, man.
Dude, it
Yeah,
hurt.
I literally didn't call for any support here because I thought I could 1v3. And then people came anyways.
No cap. Cassiopeia actually hurts my hands. That means I'm getting old.
Yeah, yeah, the carpal tunnel sets in at some point.
Let me pull off the.
This
But
game is not
I mean,
easy
clean
to
win.
talk about.
It's just,
So what's your take?
I mean, Trollpix is just the NA of Titan.
Holy shit.
NA of Titans.
Dude, so if you hold on to your flash until your W comes up, I don't think Lysandre gets out. That was the only comment I have about this play.
I don't know if I don't know my rank, my CD, to be honest. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, literally was up in a second or two after you flashed.
Dude, there were so many plays where I had like maybe I was like 1 second off.
I was looking at the fight while I came down and I accidentally threw my E. So we couldn't get the full kill.
Overall, I mean, it's hard to say. Like, they don't just, it wasn't just bad plays. Like, I don't like this draft. I feel like,
Yeah, this draft makes no sense. I think you have a strong... I think the Poppy pick just falls so flat here. Even though there's a lot of dashes.
I don't like
It's, I think it's to try to deny any option to play through bot.
Yeah, but I mean, you just have to go such a reactive playstyle then, and it's like you're committing to losing, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, I think they had a
think
game
you
plan.
play through mid hella hard,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
and then you can't really do much top, to be honest, unless Poppy blocks Camille E. And then bot is too even for you to do much if you pick Janna there.
Because I feel like I think they executed their plan quite well because they want to play through mid. They have dude, I went way
Yeah, literally, you die here if Lysandre doesn't back in the middle of this play. She backs and ults up.
I can't believe she commits to the back.
That's what I'm saying. Cam, I told you not to do this.
Dude, I did some limiting testing. No cap.
Dude, you did too much limit testing if you ask me. Like, what is this?
If that goes the other way, they're changing their team next week.
But to be honest, I mean, again, I think they did a pretty. Oh shit, my mic here. I think they did a pretty okay job like playing through mid because that's what they wanted to do with Vi and Lysandre's
they
ult.
could have done so much more because
They could.
like ults.
Yes.
I feel like they actually let you get away with murder.
And it's not only on me. I feel like if they set up right, they could also like set up like a good dive bot with those two ults. You go with Vi into Zaya, burn her ult, and then Lysandre goes on top of her.
Oh, also, I made the call to not go for this, and this happened. I was very confused. Poppy overstays. That's the gist of this play.
Oh, I did see that. That was a good play. I was looking at you during the game.
Yeah, I dodged her ult.
Dude, I put. Oh.
You actually ult yourself?
Yes. I ulted me instead of her. I was like, come on, dude. I didn't do this. Exactly, man.
It's because
Hey,
he's
I
been
got
silenced
him
and he was in
too.
prison
I
for
got
too
him
long.
Dude, sometimes it's just too hard to like not do this kind of thing.
hard here. The double flank is so
Like, they
huge,
were
and
showing good promise.
Yeah,
yeah, I told you they aren't like the worst
and
team in the league.
and remember they did a lot of I think wait, I think they did some changes through.
Dude, Cam, what was this, by the way?
Oh, the poppy one, the one that I went over, the poppy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you went
yeah, yeah.
over the wall of his stun Poppy.
I was hoping like they would back as they did the other time, and I would stop her back, but
But you could just throw Q, stop her back, and
I
keep
had
your life.
I don't think I had the Q, and I don't know, I just went in. Not my best showing.
If Troll picks a draft coach, and maybe
Oh, oh, okay.
I need.
You're saying
So here's the thing: I had to make them
some
look
really
nice.
suggestive things right there.
You know, I had to make them look nice. Okay, so that was my job.
This week will look nice. Dude, their mid actually played really well this game. It's just like the rest of their team wasn't doing great.
Yeah, their bot and their top suffered a lot, but I don't know.
So it's actually like impossible to
Oh.
kill Sandra solo because the disruption and time she buys with Zonia's and her ult is like so tedious.
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's one thing that I do want to talk about real quick since we're talking about TPO.
Is it this terrible play I made?
No,
It took
no,
me, like 30 seconds to kill Sandra.
no. Is so they made another change yesterday. So their mid laner Visual, he is now a 80 carry.
Okay.
Zushi, which was he was the ADC, he became support, and Ezra, he was support, and now he's a mid laner for TPOM. Exactly. How much that's gonna work, I have no idea, but changes were
Maybe
made.
they can beat TD Kaizen.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. That's match of the week. We'll find out.
That's the one that's gonna be streamed by the Titans.
I wish.
I think it's you guys, but I mean,
Some said it would be us, but
I think you guys is the match that's like.
I don't know, man.
Isn't there two teams that are undefeated facing one another?
All I know is when somebody asked about who's being streamed this week, Sam sent like our stream saying like, yeah, we're gonna stream there, but
And he links the clips.
yeah.
Dude, he loves us.
But overall, I mean, it was definitely a fun series. I think there may be progress for TPOM. I don't know how bot synergy was gonna
after
do,
this
but
roster change, I have no clue.
They can't do worse than last bit. So.
true, very.
Oh, that's true.
It's hard.
Have they won a game yet?
No.
Well, it's not looking good so far, but maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. They're not bad players. There's something internal going on.
Yeah. It's... I mean, here's their chance.
I think they won 2 games last split.
Yeah.
It was like almost a completely different roster at this point.
Yeah, and then they won like individual games, not like a series.
Yeah.
But they might have a chance against TD Kaizen, or TD Kaizen has a chance against them. It's going to be a really close series. Somebody's going to take the dub, so...
That was fun watching Rakan chase Vi at the end of the game.
Okay, so actually, we're going to go back to a good game before we go to something off.
We're watching a closer series than this? That's impossible.
We're going to watch... Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry. It's a mix. It's first is Purple Sprouts and Off the Za.
Our match was straight limit testing.
True. So let me put it here. So Purple Sprouts and Off the Za, it was an interesting match, basically.
Okay. Set first pick. I do not agree with this, but okay.
Hey, that was awkward, but
Wait, you messed up the names.
wait, did I?
Cam.
Oh, my bad. No. Wait. What did I put?
The pregame image thingamabobber. You put EHE and Dino.
Oh wait, hold on. Then this is the wrong clip. Then I'm sorry.
Oh
This is the wrong
no,
clip.
because this is Purple Sprout's top, and this is
Oh
off
no
the zone
no
red
no. You're
side.
right. You're right. I probably was half asleep when I was doing this.
Yeah, you messed up the visual.
It's fine. It's fine.
But as I was saying, I don't like that first pick. He's I guess they first picked it because they were trying to flex it between support and the Silas top, but it's not my favorite. I think there's better first picks. Like Wukong was up.
Yeah, I think this should be
Oh
fine.
my god, the Leona gap.
Oh yeah, this game, I think Ellie is just playing out of like he was just
Holy
out of his
shit, the
mind.
Elise almost ran it.
I think the Elise was
Tried
just
to.
amazing this game.
Yeah, the Elise has done a lot.
Elise Guster Posey. Shout out to Guster Posey.
Oh, the fucking set and sec. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, and this is the
Oh, it does
set
matter.
support. Just remember.
Yeah, I already talked about that again.
No, because I forgot because I remember this play from the style. So
Holy shit, what was that?
I guess when Ikao is not like drawing pressure on him, he's just inting.
Um, I really hate this Malphite build. There's no way you go Iceborne into tank AP top and AP jungle.
Ooh, poor Kobita. Is it Kobita? I think it is, right? Yes, Kobita.
Oh my god.
Oh
If he
no.
buffered Malphite ult at the right time against Vile, there's a chance.
Oh yeah. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, I don't know if you remember, Alex. Last week I said of the I was gonna take a game from Purple Sprouts.
Yeah,
Um,
I do remember that.
and
I thought it could happen.
I think the way they did it is exactly how I was thinking. Like they got the win not because I think they were better, but because they were like getting fights all the time, and they were like getting the some picks here and there. So because I think that's the only chance that Abdulzah would actually be able to win against these guys. Outside that, Purple Sprouts, I think they were just overall as a team more consistent. Dude,
I can't believe he's 2-5 as set into Malphite. I mean, Silas into Malphite.
I honestly like Oftazaz's draft better, and they just couldn't execute on it.
Um, I think Purple Sprouts is a higher execution with bigger payoff. I think if you play a stable game, Red Side is a stronger comp overall. The thing is, like, you're hoping to funnel bot with Elise, and then Silas probably wins in side lane against Malphite, but that's just not happening. Silas is down CS in a counter matchup. And this draft is weird. I don't know why they put Prio and Leo.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
mean, they have a good engaged comp there with the dives.
Like, I like Leo, but I think there's no reason to pick her anymore unless, like, Thresh and Nautilus are off the table.
I don't know. I feel like she's different from a trash. Maybe a knowledge I would imagine yes,
Yeah.
but with
So
trash it's
all three of them get picks and have a lot of CC.
They might have just tried to take the Leo from stacking it with a Varus,
I don't know.
but like
Varus has a lot of good pairings. Like Karma Varus is really strong.
the opening three picks, like I don't know why you had to blind Ari like that.
Ari's not a bad blind. I think it's weird they didn't do a power pick early into red side.
I I don't know. Like Ari is pretty strong now. She's because right now I don't know if you guys remember, but after her redesign or
Yeah,
whatever.
Ari's good. I'm just saying,
No, because
why not do Ari plus a strong
no, because
meta pick?
what I mean is I feel like she's a less of assassin and she's more of a actual mage.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she loses a lot late game with electrocute, but that's just me. I think she does well if she goes like Leandries or something like that. Airy, just like a standard mage. Where is draft two?
Is this game two draft or no?
Yeah, now
I
it's game
guess
two.
not.
Now it's game two. If I am not mistaken, that game one went to Optazar. I'm just
Oh my
confirm.
god.
And that makes sense.
Oh, actually, no.
Oh no,
They actually Purple Sprouts actually won that game.
Wait, who won game one? Purple
Game,
Sprouts?
yes. Believe it or
Okay.
not, this this was a game where I felt like how how it happened, but this was an odd game. This game two here.
I this draft is weird.
on off to Zai or on Purple Spreads.
Like
I think
for
both.
both
Both are a little
actually.
weird.
Like I don't think the Akali fits the rest of the comp. I think you either switch Akali or Ornn on blue side. And then red side, what is your AoE CC to try to guarantee Galio ult?
It's just the Wukong, I guess.
It's literally just Wukong, which isn't enough.
There's a bit of
So you have to
anti-synergy
use
jamming
Galio as
and
a reactive thing to like Akali or Rakan going in. And both of them can just get right out of Galio ult, so I don't think the Galio pick accomplishes that much, aside from being a decent lane mid.
Yeah, I would definitely would prefer if they had the Rakan instead of the Janna. I think that would make things a lot easier for Galio.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Why the hell is Tristana being paired with Janna? She's like one of the strongest early game ADCs.
I mean, they do have an Akali and Rakan.
Oh,
Maybe that's why.
Frozen Heart Ornn. Are you kidding? Oh, it's so bad.
Oh, they still managed. Ooh, huge shutdowns for Akali.
Holy shit. They I can't believe that just happened.
Oh, he missed the E. Oh, so bad.
I don't think it's the fight you actually want, to be honest with you. Like, they didn't get on set fast enough for his team to not be here. And they're just taking it anyways, even though the fight's split.
Well, they did get the win at the end. Nobody died. Wow,
Holy
that was
shit,
well
this is
played.
the
actually such a
juggle,
clean
the
fight.
juggle.
Damn. Dude, Office is going to be scary when they get better as a team.
Ooh, that was a nice play.
Dude, the set buffer on Lily asleep is really monumental there. I don't know if you win this 1v3 actually. I wouldn't try this. Okay. Set refused to auto. He wanted it to be close. I wouldn't flash at this point.
uh,
Holy shit, that's brutal.
dude, I feel like bot on wait, who's on the right side? I forgot who's on the right side.
Right side is purple sprouts.
Purple, oh yeah, Purple Shroud has Dealy right as AD carry.
Wait, what the fuck?
Purple,
Gore Drinker
purple.
set? Is that really still done?
But what's his name? Oh yeah, Dealy. Oh no, Cross is here. Cross is here. Aero Cross is in the chat.
Okay.
Please tell Dealy like how did he manage to not win this game? That's all I'm gonna say. That's just impossible. We got you called.
Ecod. Yeah, they did. They did.
But it, I don't know, man. This game, it was. There was a point where I don't know. It doesn't look like all that I can do much. To be honest, I mean, Akali can be an annoying ninja walking, moving around, but I don't know.
Um,
I'm not a fan of these Akali picks in comp. It feels like an ego move.
yeah, I don't think Akali is innately ego move, but picking your first three is usually ego move. Unless you have a flex between top mid with Akali. Also, I just want to say I think putting Akali matching set is probably your best move this game, and
Who
they
they have
didn't do
top?
it.
Oh, they have the corn. Yeah, it's not bad. Well, I guess it's fine either way for Galio, but I don't know how it's go for set. I don't know if it's
But Set literally will struggle into Akali because
okay.
he sucks at anyone with more mobility or higher range than him, and Akali has both.
Because Akali is good in pretty much most melee matches.
Yeah, that's why it's weird they picked Galio into Akali.
Because she can easily outtrade them with fast auto Q auto or just Q auto if he wants to be
Like,
safe.
imagine how easy this game would be if Akali matched Set, and then Akali just goes even, and Set has 0 kills.
This is their mid's first time mid and
Wait.
still learning pools.
Oh yeah, Kobita is an AD carry, I believe. But he played well last week.
That's fair. I wouldn't first time Galio though.
Oh no, I'm sorry. We're talking about Sprouts, right? No, wait. We're
No,
talking
I'm
about
talking about
Sprouts.
Akali and Warren
Oh
switching.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
No, no, no. Cross is talking about his mid laner, his first
Yes.
timing.
Okay.
Yeah, but Kobita did play well last week, even if he's like you know off role. So I think as a player he is looking pretty good. I for some reason I was thinking about Project
Oh,
Crisis.
the Akali proto belt
Mm.
tech. Let's
Oh,
go.
top laner. Okay, so he's a top laner and support. Okay.
I am just entertained by Set attempting to 1v2 and not winning it.
I mean, he's holding out for a while.
Yeah, but what did his team get while he died besides giving a
Nothing.
shutdown?
Nothing. Sprouts is looking like they're having a hard time closing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a struggle bus.
But
They
it's so
have one
disjointed.
dragon
Like
versus 4.
They're kind of running at inhibitors one at a time and just
Yeah, they are.
letting Optazar respawn.
And they have a Tristana. I don't know. I feel like if they protect Tristana, they should win this
They
fight.
have decent peel for Tristana. They have Janna, Set, and Galio, and
She's
they're opting not to front to back.
because I feel like you should be able to avoid Akali one shot in Tristana.
Yeah, and Triss has self peel. Like,
You
she
it,
should be free hitting almost every fight.
you can literally just say Galio, stick to Tristana's ass, and just be there, waiting for Akali to come in.
Yeah, you have Galio and Janna sit there because Galio will just ult in if he needs to be on front line.
Yeah, he just uses his I think is the W for or E or whatever for the shield for the stun the airy stun. He has the E also. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's you know, I think these kind of games makes of the Zal like look good because they can actually come back, given the fact that they had a scaling comp and they did pretty okay on the fights. So I think they can still make a surprise. But
I think this draft is just hella weird because your early game piece is a Kali, and you don't have a jungle that's good at early ganks.
oh shit, I
Oh
forgot
my
there's
god, they
still
don't
in the,
even end here?
I thought that was the end. I already put the draft for the next game.
Holy shit, Cam. You
I
got outplayed.
I mean, 41 minutes. You have
Yeah,
four
Cam, why
drags.
didn't you
dude
think the game would last like 43 minutes?
64 kills. That's insane.
This Ornal was
Oh, they did get
also
the
a
Elder.
whiff.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, 41 minutes in the game and gold is like pretty close to even before that drag.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't fight Elder though. Like
No, once it's
Elder,
gold, it's
Oh my god.
Elder could have yeah just wins the game. Whoever takes Elder, he wins the game.
whoever gets the smite wins.
Yep. Okay, now there should be end of the
Okay,
game.
okay. I believe in you, Cam. I think it's your time to pull the next draft.
Dude, look at this. 40, 70 kills. That's a
Dude,
lot.
what is with all the Garen players in Titans? I don't get it.
It's Garen, dude. Can't be.
And what is with the picking of R5 with control mages? Or just mages?
I mean, it's not bad
I
overall.
think it's actually bad.
Oh, it's not really because if you can guarantee a lane where you don't think you're gonna suffer, that that's a good thing.
I mean, the top side of drafts are really good, so I guess they're kind of just left with it.
But I feel like this was just
Oh,
bot diff all over. Like,
yeah, this is looking like a bot problem.
Why
I
is
was thinking Ash
Why is
Senna.
Yumi getting caught like that?
I don't know. I don't know how this happens actually. Um,
dude, look at this perma slow.
yeah, I was thinking Ash Senna has to be a really good combo. I was wondering why I haven't seen it yet. And I'm still confused why this is the first time I'm seeing it.
Oh, I remember
This is
this, dude. This is sad.
That's pretty disgusting. All Makai has to do is throw sapling.
This is
What? He flashes for
what
the
is
Q.
happening?
Okay.
Dude, Purple Sprouts came to this game like game 3 is like, okay, we're
What
gonna
the
destroy
hell,
these
dude?
guys.
They fucking came
Did
for
they?
blood. Like, there's no fucking way we're going to game 5.
Oof. Yumi's not the move for Afterza. Looks like they recruited Adam.
Holy shit. I fucking picked Yumi in playoffs. I was dying laughing. He played so bad on that pick.
Dude, I don't know why he was shitting on us so badly, like not liking our picks because I think we went what Jana, Lula or something, and he was just going like
It's like, yeah,
8
our good little kittens
Nautilus
all
or
on
something.
Yumi.
Yeah.
We like played it in one series, all split. Oof. I really hate Red Side's team, by the way. They have their whole AoE CC is Rylai's and Azir.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Aldegar and Pick myself either. I think they are more useful top laners in that sense.
I genuinely think it's better to play Darius or Mordekaiser than Garen. And I would never really advocate for Darius.
Dude, I actually like Darius, but
He's very niche.
I don't know how
I think
useful he is in comp.
he's easy to play. It's hard to find a scenario where it makes sense to pick Darius. That's the way I would put it.
Because I feel like if you take Darius, you have to go Ghost, and if you have to go Ghost, you need to smash lane. If you don't smash your lane, like not having the TP, it has a
I
big
mean, it's
toll.
okay if you don't smash lane with Ghost, assuming you have TP.
No, yeah. Well, then you're talking about TP Ghost. I'm talking about Flash Ghost.
Oh, Flash, yeah.
Yeah, that's what most.
You either have to be a menace in team fights or dominant lanes.
Because if you don't have the TP, then you're just screwing your macro a little bit, or actually a lot.
Oh, what was that?
But overall, like I think Sprouts they just show that they are the better team, right? Through and through. So they may have like a one blunder.
I hear what you're saying. I think bot lane grief this game and their draft was god awful.
I mean, true, but still, they still executed, right?
Yeah, I guess I can't take away a victory. It's still a victory.
Yeah, because I feel like because if they were more even their draft being awful, they would be able to at least put more of a resistance, which they didn't for game 3. At least that's my view. I don't know how you Qbot see this, but
No, it's like Cobalt.
I don't know.
Experience.
They have a tendency of playing the split on better on the second half. So I'm not going to count them out. Purple Sprouts did pretty decent though. Like game 2 is, I mean, they just executed perfectly.
true.
Game 2 was a menace. We might see more of that from Oft as well. We have one match left, right?
Yeah, I'm just laughing at what Cross said. Cross said they streamed their comms and their bot lane was just screaming. Oh god. All right, so this I believe this is also like a fast-paced team game or series. Endor and Dino. Endor to me is looking as probably one of the worst teams so far.
Okay, you got competition.
Yeah, there's competition for that.
I'm glad there's competition at the bottom of the league. It'll keep things interesting. Oh fuck, I think I recorded some of this. I was so confused because I think Morty gets an early lead and then Jax just starts winning everything and then Ward starts winning it again. So like top side on both sides is pretty inconsistent.
I'm surprised that Lydia is becoming like a more constant pick, least this last two patches.
Also, he tries to Q flash, and I don't think Mordekaiser Q works like that.
Ooh. Misfortune capitalizing on
Yeah,
that.
MF really maximized that play.
Oh yeah, I remember. This is Ivar with his Orn mid.
Yeah, Ivar played
This was actually amazing. I think he was actually pretty damn good.
I think he was a
outside of that
difference maker, but they had to play this 2v2. I mean, the 2v1 together. but like the Triss just kept
Ooh, nice.
overstepping. Fucking a Mumu MF combo popped off this game really hard.
Yeah, that working for them.
Because I remember I was looking at the CS for Ivor. He was almost doing perfect. Yes.
He's been a good player for a hot minute.
Outside of this play, obviously. Outside the fact that he's splitting against the champion.
This MF ult is a waste, but I respect it.
I mean, overall, this game action was pretty
They
good.
played as a team, and they got picks as a team, and then won all the fights afterwards because of it.
Dino picking more mid, just be TLP, every excuse he needs to play next week against Peaches.
Hey, against Peaches, I think it's a solid ornament thing. Not gonna lie, I think it's a.
Yeah, if it'll be Peaches, then Task will be
But
Oh, holy shit, I forgot about this interaction.
which one?
But Lilia plus MF is actually really strong together because MF ult counts as tick damage. So you can force people to sit throughout pretty much all of MF's ult when
Ooh.
Lilia has them slept. And because of the way she works, she can also sleep multiple people at the same time.
That is actually huge. I didn't know it worked like that.
Yeah, it's a really bullshit interaction. So they actually have a mega setup because Lilia or a Mumu can get a huge ult off for the MF.
That is actually huge. Speaking of which,
Event Horizon looks like they have pretty decent top the Jax just
Well, Jax absolutely dicks on Mordekaiser. The longer the game goes, the easier it gets for him. I was surprised Jax died early to Mordekaiser, because he beats him early too. You just have to, bait out a skill or dodge a skill, and then you just go all in and do like 50% of his health and walk out.
I mean, they're actually putting up on a good fight overall. I think as a team, they're making it difficult for Dino to take the series.
Yeah, I saw that while I was recording. I was like, oh my god, no way. But people are allergic to building Clatterite, and they're allergic to building Mordekaiser right, so they're always going to look worse in gold plat because of it.
I mean, dude, do you have a Jax on the side of Dino? And the Seaver got a Quadra Q. Oh no. Okay, so that's
I
what
just
the
think if you're picking Mordekaiser, just ban Jax and something else that is hard to play in 2-top. But I think they felt safe picking Mordekaiser because they assumed it was Ornn top and they hit them with this flex.
They just got like gapped in every lane, I think.
And then, yeah, they got gapped.
Oh, yeah.
Except for lane.
MF is fortunate. MF and Mumu were. They still got gapped.
Yeah, the MF was really fun.
Alright, so this is game 2. I just updated the draft here. Oh yeah, they came with the Yasuo Zac bot. That's...
Oh yeah,
So you just gave up.
When I fucking loaded this shit in and I saw Yasuo Zac, I was like, man, did someone send me their solo queue game? Like, what is this?
I mean, they got the Yasuo Diana, they got the Yasuo Zac, they got the Yasuo Wukong. That's like a great setup.
They literally made their entire comp around this Yasuo, and then Yasuo loses lane. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he's the bot, right? But if you think about, he also counters a little bit of Sivir, and he also counters Ornn on team fight, so it's not that bad. but being a bot lane, it's hard because he's just weak.
Like, this is just what happens.
And I mean, you have an Annie, right?
The Annie just walks over and kills Yasuo every
Yeah.
time, so
I
it
think-
doesn't really matter if they win the 2v2.
Yeah, I think you should ban the Annie and maybe leave something up like a Fiora or something, and hope for the best.
Well, their first phase bans were Milia, Rakan, Zeri, and I feel like Zeri's like a okay ADC. If you're getting a Rakan, you're probably also getting rid of Zeri, unless they do Zeri Lugu. And I don't think that's a problem for like Yasuo Zac. So spread out.
Ah, he's dead.
But again, Annie just walks up and like wins everything.
Yeah, the only issue with the Yasuo is that your AD carry is now melee.
Melee. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a huge problem. And because they don't have a second damage dealer on this team, like,
Your DPS drops a lot.
I mean, they have Syndra, but Syndra's not great shutting down towers. They have Diana, but she's also melee.
Yeah, their comp is completely dive. It's like dive, 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 and
Yeah, they
Hope
have
we
no
don't die.
disengage.
hope we don't die. But I kind of like the idea. I do like the idea.
I like the idea. I think they went too hard with it. I think if you pick something like Maokai or like Gragas in jungle, it's probably better. Because Wukong isn't the best for Yasuo anyways.
Wait, is this the pentakill non-official for Blitz? Oh, he stole it. It was gonna be the unofficial pentakill for Blitz.
Yeah, toxic players. You know all what that's about.
I mean, split bridge for the carry. He's playing pretty solid on
That's what he
that.
said. He noted about Ornn mid.
Everyone's been all over Skipper. I haven't seen him play too much yet.
I think it's being, you know, at least these games doing pretty good, but he does have a solid team that does help
Yeah.
the jungler.
He just looks strong.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think we're gonna see a lot more Annie Prile the longer we get into Divinity League. Because she's just really easy, she's effective, and she's relatively blindable.
Yeah, I mean it's very good overall. I don't know. I feel like she is strong, but she's also like, I mean, you just ban it, right? You just ban her
Yeah,
because
probably.
I don't know. I feel like you don't really want to give, because we have, okay, so because the thing is, we have seen, for example, people popping off on Annie. We have seen Chef, Major has popped off. I'm pretty sure there's two more people that played pretty well on Annie. So
Whoever played Annie in that last game.
yeah, and she is, you know, point click CC is always good. So I would rather just keep her as a ban because she's not a bad ban. But let's see how things goes. So I just posted it here. I put it here on the screen, the groups, how it is looking for this first group phase. So we have 7 teams that are 2-0, with 4 of them being 4-0. Group A, you know, I don't see how Aiden's is not top 1 in the group after this week. Group B,
Who's their matchup left?
Conduit.
Conduit? I mean, you could. No, you're kind of just locked in at first at that point. Unless you lose to Conduit, but you should have game record.
well, remember that head-to-head discount first.
Why does head-to-head count first?
It was voted. I was
Oh,
probably
that's toxic.
I was against it. I voted against it, but it was voted for
I
me.
also vote against it. I think it's silly.
Majority is in favor, so there is a small chance that if Coalition wins, they could take first place. But I don't think they're gonna win against Edens at this point in time.
I mean,
No pressure.
Conduit has been losing games in all their matches, so I think it makes sense for Edens to win it.
Now for Group B, I think is also pretty solid for Fever because they face PF Chang's. I think they're just gonna take that dub and be the leader.
Pretty clear leader there.
Yeah,
Conduit Fever is against
PF
PF
Chang's.
Chang's. Yeah, I mean, PF Chang's would have to figure out their top lane,
Poor
and
Espada.
if they can't, I don't see how they win the series.
Poor Espada.
Yeah.
I think Group C is the most actually the next three ones are the most interesting ones because Group C we have Solar against Cape Dog. I mean, this group as whole is very level,
Well,
so anything can happen. All the three teams can be the top of the seed by the end of week 3.
yeah, basically. I think Solar will win. They've been on an upwards trajectory, and Cape Dogs is inconsistent.
I mean, if we remove Ark's toxicity, then maybe.
What?
No, I'm just joking with him. I'm kidding.
I think it's pretty locked for Solar, but the group is close enough that there could be an upset.
Yeah. Um, and now the group D and E, these I think is going to be really clutch this week because we face Going Ghost, so whoever wins is going to be the top of the group, and also in Group E is Purple Sprouts versus Dynasty Obsidian. So again, whoever wins take the first seed of that group. So these group Z and E, I think is going to be more difficult to define who's going to be the top seed of their groups. Um,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see you guys going Ghost. I
I
mean,
mean,
ban Wukong and stop your mid laner from running it down. I don't know.
exactly.
yeah, we'll put him on a leash. We'll make sure he doesn't play
Hey,
Silas into
the
Vi Lissandra next time.
the time for tests is over.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up some Annie games. I don't know how you're feeling about that this week.
So true, so true,
He's allergic to Annie.
so true. Well, you know what I'm doing? I'm trying to like focus on my solo queues in specific champions to draw those bans into the competitive play.
Yeah.
I think going against GGH, it's pretty clear they're a top side centric team, and if you guys
Are
can
they?
capitalize against their bot lane, yeah, with Wupong, I think it's Zork. Is that his
Yeah,
name?
Zork.
Yeah, Zork.
Yeah, between that duo, they have a lot of strength. The mid laner kind of seems like it goes even, and bot lane, they're just whatever.
Yeah, I would say
I
X.
mean,
This is
I'm
for
not too
you.
worried.
You either pick a counter for Aatrox or you ban it, because it's gonna be on
I
you.
have so many counters for Aatrox.
Then
Why would I ban it?
let's fucking go then.
Yeah.
Let's
They
go.
have a strong they have a strong Olaf too.
I have too many picks into fucking Aatrox to ban it.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna stump him, then let's fucking do it. Now I'm just gonna bring up real quick the overall standings just to give like an idea of how things are.
Dude,
Hopefully,
what happens in Group E though?
wait, what do you mean?
Did we talk about Group E?
Uh,
Dynasty just wins
yeah.
the bracket.
You think
Uh,
Dynasty wins?
I think it's
I don't know.
I think it's more even, but
I think it'll be a 2-1. I really don't know for what sides. I'm honestly kind of unimpressed with the set play from me and Kyle, so I have no clue. But I don't think if they win, I don't think it'll be off of top spec. That's my take.
I feel like Purple Sprouts, if they figure out a way to stop Ecall, I think they have a solid chance. Then,
They're also putting him on a leash.
but outside that,
to Chain Chomp Anonymous.
like they have a strong bot. They have strong mid and jungle. I think it's just like because it calls him to be like the switch, right? He's like 50-50. So if you can get him on the good side, then I think they can take that series. But obviously, if it does anything again, like on the opposite direction, then it's gonna be a lost cause or a much more difficult cause. But okay, so let me show here real quick. Overall standings. That's what people like to see.
Yeah, the classic.
The classic.
We have 4 teams that are 2-0.
No, there are 7 teams that are 2-0, but only 4 of them didn't drop a game.
Yeah, that's a distinction.
Just so we know, too, the difference between Edens and GGH is 4 seconds.
Oh, really? Nice. Because is this for like overall for all the 4 games that you guys played?
I don't know what it is for like if it's a collective of win time or whatever. We were going over it as a team, and it's like a 4 second difference. That's why we're above.
Nice. That'll be dope. I mean, it would definitely explain
all
why
this is
Solar.
based on time in game. People with the same game records are organized by time.
It makes sense.
I mean, to be honest, the only reason we're in third is because we like to secure our wins. We don't really force things too hard once we have a gold lead.
Yeah, we definitely try to make sure that our wins is guaranteed, and it's not like we didn't have flop, like me flop you on a on the fight or something. But
yeah, because the last thing I want to do is be in a gold lead. One person gets caught out, and then the game's over.
yeah, and you lose a team fight because you're 4v5ing or something.
So
what I'm interested is in this mid pack here. So we got from 8th to 13th, we have 1-1 teams. And then we have from 14th to 20th. I can go anymore here. It's the 0-0-2 teams. Now, from the 0-2 teams, there are like 3 teams that has 1 victory. I think DC might have a chance still for playoffs. Obviously, if they do well in the second group stage, but I think their chance of actually making
I feel like
it's lower.
Second group stage is gonna be doomed for a lot of teams, because anyone who's lower seeded is likely going to be put in the team as a group that's going to be the hardest for them.
Yeah,
it looks real bad for those bottom 3 going into the draft for groups.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. So I feel like if you secured a win by now, I think you still have a decent chance of making to playoffs. But anything still can happen.
What do you think? Like end of the season, how many games you're gonna need to make it to playoffs? Do you think it's gonna be like about 3 or 4 for matches?
I think at least 3 wins. You at least 3 series wins. You need to qualify to playoffs. Obviously game record is going to import a lot, but if you go 3-3, I think you have a not guarantee, but it's the minimum if you want to be considered for playoff contention.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you're worried about what's the minimum you have to make just to get playoffs, it's going to be a rough run.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's
I
not
agree.
about winning playoffs. It's about making playoffs. Okay.
Because if you think objectively, we just finished week 2, so we only have 4 more games, right? 4 more series. Now, let's say you are of the ZA that went to quarterfinals or first round playoffs of last split, um, you with the whole team being almost the same, you would imagine that they would still secure a playoff spot for this split. But now they're 0-2. With four more games, they need at least three wins. That's gonna be rough. Um,
Though I wouldn't put it past a couple teams to ego the draft for groups and just pick harder teams to go against.
true.
Yeah, like limit testing. They're like
Mm.
playing against fourth or third seed,
Yeah, which could
and then
leave.
they just like pick something silly.
Yeah, which could leave some of those weaker teams in a safer spot to pick up some wins.
So on that note, let me go back here to the groups real quick because I have a question for you, Q. But have you guys discussed? You don't need to say obviously, but have you guys discussed about what you're gonna be picking, or like what do you want to face on the next group stage?
We've definitely prioritized the bottom five of like what we think we should take.
Because speaking from ET, I talked with X, and the list that we have involves Group A, uh, C, and E because we can only take three teams from another four team group. So we're looking at groups A, C, and E for our potential picks.
It's impossible.
I mean, obviously it's going to depend on the seed, like which team is going to
You're
choose.
gonna get one of them. I'll give you that.
I mean, sure.
Statistically,
We're going to get one from not every group because can only one group we're not gonna take. But I'm just saying, like in terms of what are we thinking, just putting that out there. Do you?
We have some similar thoughts. I mean, there's an obvious weak link in every group, and yeah, I mean,
yeah.
everyone's gonna get one for sure, and it's just who's able to identify the teams that are weakest
It's actually
in game and not just on paper.
Yes, exactly.
yeah. This is actually going to be an interesting strategic decision that's like strictly out of the game.
Oh, TLP asks a good question in chat. Who of the 4-0 teams is gonna drop a game first?
I mean,
Like, who's going to win a game?
no, I think like
Like,
Lou has at least one game lost, like
so like
individual
you
game.
guys going into GGH,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No,
someone's
I was
got to
thinking
lose
about
the
the
Someone's
other
gonna
other
lose.
four.
right?
Yeah.
Well,
I hope they lose.
I
Yeah,
mean,
all right, so you're calling
I'm
GGH.
talking about
above North Korea.
timeline. Like, as much as I want to say we 2-0 going Ghost Heist, I think we 2-0 going Ghost Heist. I honestly am not too worried.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
I think it's not gonna be easy for Dynasty Obsidian either. I feel like Purple
Yeah.
Sprouts, they have like clear chances of
It
getting
has
a
to be one of
game.
us four, really, because we're all facing each other, and we're going to be the hardest opponents we're going to have for a bit.
True. And one thing that's gonna be really important for us is getting the. I think getting 2-0 is gonna be really important. So if whoever takes the win first needs to be like fully focused for the second game. The main reason why I think this is because whoever wins by 2-0 from these group has a great advantage of being top three in overall standings, and I think that's gonna lead into what like when you're making your pick for the next group stage, right? Because you're gonna
Yeah,
have
if you get
the
first
order of
in
the
this
picks.
first group stage, you should be making playoffs.
No, true, but I'm talking about like, you know how we're gonna draft the next group stage, right? But
Yeah.
there's gonna be an order. So, for example, Eden's. Let's just say as an example, Eden's they makes the first pick. Dynasty Obsidian makes the second pick. We make a third pick or whatever. Then we have, let's say, Solar makes the next pick and whatever. So I think like if we can guarantee the 2-0 or if GGH can guarantee the 2-0, whatever the two, you're gonna have a higher seed in that selection list. So you can say, hey,
Yeah.
I want to pick this guy before, so you can actually secure your matchup first. That's what I'm saying.
Gives you a better shot of having a good team in your second round
Yes,
of
yes,
picks.
yeah. That's what I want to say. Uh, but yeah, I'm quite excited for week 3. If you guys want to go over the schedule real quick before we end for tonight, because we have 3 hours in, that's a good time. What am I doing? Why? Okay, hold on a
Well,
second.
our first match for week 3 is TA Squirtle Squad against CB Peaches. And I wins it 2-0. I mean
What's
2-1.
that? Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, TA's got some roster problems right now, but I still think with the moves they have to make that they can beat Peaches pretty easily.
My OBS crashed, I think.
Then
It's crashing. Okay, it's back. All right,
bring
it's
it
back.
back.
It's back. Let me just use a different.
Crazy.
All right, let me see if I can do this. Let me take this.
So, Cam, what's your take on Squirtle Squad versus CB Peaches?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that.
I
Here.
can't have him clicking and thinking at the same time.
Okay, this does not look that good, but I'll make it work.
Yeah, maybe not the Cassiopeia next week.
Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna put a. Okay, so whoa, hold on. So first of all, Taz versus CB Peaches. I think it's 2-0 Taz, clean 2-0.
Whoa, 2-0? I
2-0,
was thinking
2-0.
2-1.
Nah, I'll stick with 2-0.
I don't think they're that consistent to be able to win on whoever CB Peach's preferred side is.
Yes, but I do wanna. I want to see more from CB Peaches though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. And then Conduit Esports Coalition versus Eden's. All right, Killbot, you tell us how it's gonna go.
There's a little bit of stuff happening on the side of Eden's here, and I still think we're gonna 2-0 them.
What is happening with Eden's?
There's some tech. I'm not.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like you're roster swapping or something.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
You're bringing your great grand uncle to play the game as an
Yeah,
ESO.
yeah. That's it. That's it.
Can I do this?
All right.
I don't know. I think they're gonna have a hard time just because like we're a very hard team to draft against.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say. I think a lot of your wins, especially last split, were coming off with people not knowing what to do against you.
All right, finally I got this.
And it still was happening in playoffs when people had like information and several drafts to look at.
Yeah, we pull out stuff like we pulled out a first time Cassante Senna bot lane and absolutely pub stomped them.
Dude, Cassante Senna. You guys have Sad Lantern, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, dude, he fucking went wild in that Cassante game.
Yeah, that was bug. That was a bug game.
It was actually so impressive.
I so here's the thing. I like yes, Coalition is not a bad team. They're pretty good, but I don't think they haven't shown the same
I don't know what the
consistency.
sauce is for them.
Because the thing is,
What's their win con?
they haven't showed the consistency as Adams has. So I think Adams will once they put their game on, I think they take it to 2-0. But unless they find their win con, I don't know if they can get even a game out of Adams.
Yeah, I have faith in Eden's. I expected 2-0.
Now, the game that I'm also quite excited to watch the clips for next week is Dorado Gaming versus Syndicate. I think that's gonna be a nice,
Yeah, I think it's
an
gonna
even
be the
match.
second closest match.
Yep.
I don't
I
know. I think Syndicate's gonna take it.
yeah, I give 2-1 for
kind of have a
Syndicate.
feeling Syndicate has quite a few things going for them, and I would say they have more things going for them than Dorado.
I like Dorado what they showed before. If they make through Syndicate, I'm gonna start be a Dorado believer. But
Same.
for now, I'll take a 2-1 on Syndicate.
Yeah, I really can't see it going any other way. Dorado did like I think exactly one game that I was like impressed with, and like everything else I've seen before, and I kind of had the impression they're a middle of the pack team.
The what now this other one I think is gonna be a clap. I'm sorry, Spada.
You think it's gonna be a clap?
I think Fever is gonna be a fast tool on Pangs.
Yeah, I don't
I
think that's going to be the quickest match.
I think it might be. I don't think it'll be. Do you know, if I had to bet on the longest match, I bet it's gonna be TPO versus TDK.
Just because no one can close the game.
I think Ender and Off the Za is gonna fight for that title too, though.
Oh yeah. But I feel like Ender and Office are more decisive with gold leads.
True.
I expect Conduit to win it, probably 2-0, because their top hasn't shown promise with anything other than tanks yet. So it kind of backs them into a corner, because I don't think PFC's bot lane is the strongest.
Yeah, I think they're still struggling trying to do well in the lanes, but they're fighting well. The PF Changs they do have a good team fight. Not the best, but also not the worst. But they need to figure out their laning, their 2v2 bot, their mid and top synergies, and make sure that they have stable lanes. Because if they're just gonna be like 20, 15, 20 CS in every lane, then they don't really have a chance to fight the game. Mm, Now, looking at the fun stuff, I I do think TSA goes to war against Vampire.
Whoa, no way.
It's good. I feel like it's either 2-0 or two
Are you a
one.
Garen top believer?
I
I think it's just VVS is that bad.
I mean, isn't they the ones that dude? They're the ones with the weird top lane draft. That's why.
VVS built
they're
Serpent's Fang on
top.
Senna. Like,
Oh, did he play this week? There's something really strange. I think it was Kane top. TSA played Kane top, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So they played the one with Israel Ziggs with the Zack and Malphite. And then they played the J4 Lilia top with Anivia. So, yeah, not exciting things versus TSA. Where is it? TSA brought in the Kane top that I don't think it really worked.
Dude, Kane top will never work because the only thing he can beat in lane is scaling picks, and most people don't pick scaling picks top.
They had the
But-
Gragas top that did pretty
Yeah.
okay, and the Feast top that did pretty okay.
weird picks. I still think they beat VVS.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think those cheese weird picks is what's going to give them the edge over VVS.
I mean, I imagine if you put a less experienced top than, TSA's top laner and also make it off meta, they won't have the answers for it.
And you can always play Garen too. Like, you can play Garen,
Yeah.
try to stomp your lane.
So this
Now,
is where I'm going to say my uncontroversial opinion. I expect Solar to win 2-0.
I don't want to be that,
I expect them to.
biased.
Do I think they're going to do it? I have no clue.
I think it's a 2-1. Two. So, I think from what they have shown so far, it's gonna be more of a 2-1 than a 2-0. But I also think like it's still up in the air for which side is gonna take the win. But I'm gonna believe in Solar for now. I think they had some more consistent games. They seem to like throw a little bit in the mid game ish with certain positionings and certain fights and decisions. But outside that, I think they're doing a pretty good game so far.
I think Solar's only getting better week by week, and Cape Dogs has peaked, so I think it's 2-0.
You think they peaked in week
Oh,
2? That's a bold statement.
I don't think Cape Dogs is really showing any improvement.
I mean, yeah, they seem about the same level as last week, but I imagine they're doing weekly practices. Maybe they have some other person to help them with like VOD review. I don't really think teams peak after being in the second week of a comp split.
that would be bad for them if
Yeah, if they peak here, then probably about half the teams here could improve past their level.
I do think they need to watch out for Cryo and Days. Mainly Cryo. I think Cryo has some
Yeah,
picks.
Cryo's actually, probably capable of winning lane against some of the better tops in the league, maybe mids.
Yeah, I think he has like some pocket picks that can work really well. But if it goes something like weird, like Rumble or even the Soul, he wasn't like really great on it.
Dude, Rumble's such a good pick, but their team comp was not set up for Rumble. Like Jarvan's one
Yes,
of the best champs in the game right now, and you're not picking Jarvan with Rumble. I'm very confused.
yeah, the combo would definitely help.
It was just a lot of decision making that wasn't there.
And now going to our unbiased opinion. Um, I'll go with a 2-1 because it's an unbiased opinion. But in my heart, is a 2-0 for us to prove the superiority. So,
Um,
tell
it's
me.
just when I look at their stats, I know who they've played against, and I'm just looking at it thinking, how didn't you win harder? That's basically my take when I have looked at their like post match results.
I mean, sure, I guess. But overall, still not a. Because the thing. So here's the thing. Um, when I was reading, they were talking about. I think it was sometime this week about. Uh, we played the weaker teams when it's right. GGH played weak teams, which is it's right. But I feel like since we're playing the weaker teams, it is expected from us to do well into them, right? And I'm not just discarding them completely because of stats, because they were actually doing well. And when I'm saying doing well, it's not only like getting the 2 or whatever, but they were dominating the game. They didn't lose objectives. They were dominating lane in pretty much every lane. Um, so I just feel like that also counts for on that strength, and not just because okay, you know, they played in IBS or they played or whatever weaker teams. The way they played, I think it has a greater impact on the way I see this team at least. So I wouldn't discount them as you should have done better, because I feel like they still did a pretty damn good job making sure that they do stomping them right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're inherently the worst teams in the league, but I just would have expected Going Ghost to have, higher stats than they do.
Now, the most important opinion is Cubot. Give us your
Yeah,
unbiased
give
opinion.
us the unbiased opinion. Who do you
So
think wins?
on paper, if I was looking at this, I would give it to 2-1 Going Ghost. Having seen them and knowing who they've played against and going over these games in the rundowns, I think they're going to get exposed as just an inflated team, and you guys are going to take it 2-0.
Nice. That's what I want to hear.
I'm glad we have 3 unbiased people on the show today. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, I don't play for ET. I don't know what you're talking about.
This next
I
one.
think
Yeah, go ahead.
if I had to pick a match to watch, because I can't watch ET versus Going Goes because I'm playing it, I would probably pick this next match.
Oh, dude, this next match is gonna be amazing. Tropics Only Meow versus TD Kaysen. If there was a way, yeah, go ahead.
If there was a game where both teams could go 0-2, this would be it.
They're like fucking playing PvE in Summoner's Rift, trying to battle the tower with no minions.
I was gonna call just for a tie. If there was a way they could go 1-1, I would go with a tie.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really gonna be a toss-up because I think both tops are really nothing special, and I actually can't tell you which one of them will come out on top because I didn't struggle with either of them.
TD has Ornly fans, I think it is.
Yeah, that is correct.
I think he's going to be the standout player, and TD's probably going to win this series.
I'm gonna go with TD mainly because I think on my power rankings they are above Tropics Only Meow. So I think they will take probably a very scrappy, like 40 minutes game. It's gonna be a 2-1, but it's gonna be scrappy fights.
I feel like maybe Jungle Mid on TPO actually plays well and they have a chance to carry a series. Otherwise, I don't expect anything from them.
And remember, they are role swapping for as of this week.
Yeah, and they are role swapping. This role swap I haven't looked at yet, so I can't actually say much. Hold on.
It's wild. It's three changes.
Wait. Yeah, I'm just confused. But with extra role swapping, I think TDK is more likely to win. That's basically where I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be weird. Now this one is gonna be interesting. Sprouts versus Dynasty Obsidian. I
feel like Sprouts. That's what my gut says.
I go 2-1 on Obsidian, but I do believe Sprouts will do pretty well, and they're gonna do well in the game. But I still think the victory goes for Obsidian.
Same. I think 2-1 Obsidian.
And
I have no reason to back my claim. I just think Sprouts will win for some reason.
It would be interesting. I think it would definitely mess up with the structure of the league and how people see Dynasty. Because I believe people see Obsidian as top 2, followed by what Fever and then Edens, or Edens and then Fever. But if Sprouts wins Obsidian, then I think it's gonna mess up a lot that top teams. And the last match is gonna be a horror show. Horizon Ender and Alcazar. But
I feel like Optiza, they've had some of the closest games out their losses, and I expect them to get a bit better.
Yeah, I think they're a better team than Endor. And how close they played against Purple and Obsidian in some of the games, I think is gonna show off, and they're gonna take like a 2-0 win.
I mean, they took a game off of Purple Sprouts, so I think they're just going to 2-0 Horizon.
I don't think we'll be that close.
I think Optiza's in a bad spot because they've played harder teams.
Yeah, they kind of got the short end of the stick.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm.
I just remembered. We got. Ah, shit! I forgot what I said for Solar versus Cape Dogs. I think I said 2-1, right?
No, you said 2-1.
I'm gonna change my vote. I'm gonna change back to 2-0.
For Cape Dogs.
I'm gonna say 2-0 just because I forgot IQ is gonna play for us this week, and I'm quite excited to see him play. His week one was very solid, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
giving him the benefit
Did
of
you
the doubt.
forget Fallen was in?
What?
Fallen? Our new support on ETS?
Oh, Fallen. Yeah, yeah. No, no. I knew he was in this week, but IQ, IQ of Coconut. He's gonna be his first game with us, so that's why I'm excited for.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. It sounds like Solar's trying to move stuff around to see if they can have Arc start, but I mean, worst case scenario, we'll have Coconut play.
I think they just confirmed
I
for
have
Monday.
not kept up in date. I can't talk to people in the middle of the podcast.
That's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What we have. So unless you guys have anything else to add.
Well, I thought we were gonna cover the ET awards for week 1.
Oh, we can if you guys want. Did I set them? Okay, I can do that if you guys have
Like,
time for
what
it.
better way to end the
I don't
stream?
know. I was gonna say that I was going to release the POG standings because I haven't we have so we just talked about, so we haven't really added anything to it. So the actual final standings probably gonna be released over Twitter. So if you guys do want to keep in touch, look over there. I would definitely say keep us. Shit. Okay, now I need to figure. Oh, it's right here. Just make sure you keep you follow us on Twitter so you can actually see things. Now the bigger question is, where is the where's this?
I believe in you. This is your time to shine.
Ah, here we go. Oops, this is my power rankings. We don't need to see that. Not right now. So right now, this is how the. Well, let me just remove this and let me make this white. So right now, this is how the player of the game standings are looking for. This has not been updated for week 2. This is just for week 1. Um, I have some notes here on the side that's not showing the screen of how it's gonna look, but this is definitely gonna be changing. There, we have a lot more. But basically, let me just take this.
So, does this include Valiant Effort and.
No, not yet. At least.
Okay, so this is just winning best player on team.
Yes. I think I can make another role to add Valiant Effort as well. They can be done no problem. I just haven't done that yet. But yeah, so far, the Chef is the only one that actually had 2 games won last week, but things are changing this week. Um, because we have players like I actually wrote here. So the ones that I've covered that I think is going to be unanimous is going to be X. He got 2 of the player of the game, so he's going to bump up to 3. I think we're all in a consensus.
Oh, me baby.
Kraus Teacher got 1, so he's going to bump up to 2.
Dude, that Relia game is actually so nuts by him.
Um, who else is 2? So Hentai Onisan is going to go for 2.
Curse.
Zork is going to go for 2. Wupong is going to go for 2. And Kiora also going to go for 2. So they're going to get that second position and tie with Chef. We have new additions here. Can I show you? Maybe? Oh no, I don't think that's how it works. So the ones that we're gonna be adding this week is gonna be Shweezy from TSA, um, Gutter Guster Posey from Sprouts, Bali from Optiza, Cross from also from Sprouts. He's also gonna take a 1 game player of the game. Major gonna get his. Technicus is gonna get his. Hap has. I'm thinking about Hap with that quadruplay that won the game for Syndicate. Um, Kiora, Kiora I already talked about, and Ep3 probably is gonna take the game, one of the games for CEF, probably the game 3. I'm still thinking, but there's still a couple more games that we haven't made.
Yeah, we need to go through.
Like Flower Power, I think is gonna be added to this list.
Flower Power played really well this week.
Yep. The other teams that are missing is Dynasty Obsidian and Event Horizon match. Solar and Vampire Squids, and Coalition versus CB Peaches. So once we go over those, I'm just gonna release this sheet on Twitter and just let everybody know with everything. I'm also gonna provide at least my power ranking that I made. I don't know if you want to make sometime we can also disclose that X, but do you guys want to see my power rankings? I don't know if you guys want to see my power rankings.
I mean,
yeah, feed the egos.
This is gonna be embarrassing.
Yeah, I better see you at the top of the power rankings.
It's not for players. This is just for the teams, right? But
teams.
OBS is crashing again.
Classic.
All right, so is it back? Holy Jesus! Why? Whoa! Did you change your color, X?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just. I'm just trying to make sure it's not my computer.
I'm just making you trip major balls over there.
I'm just trying to make sure my screen isn't fucked up. All right, so let me get this window here. Now, give me a second. Okay, so it's this side.
Oh.
Here you go.
Are we fixed?
I'm fixing it, but not sure how well it's gonna look like. Okay, so all right, so this is my one. It's not gonna look good. I'm just gonna make it larger so it can show on the screen. But
oh my god, I'm finally seeing all the things catch up on stream when I was fucking with the colors.
all right. So can you see this? Can you?
Yeah.
Actually, it's gonna update.
Old screen still.
Okay.
But...
Oops. It's updating. Shit. Fuck. That's not what I want. Dude. Oh.
This is
Okay. Now it should be on the screen.
Faithless.
All right. Wait, hold on. That is. Did I? Oh, I fucked it. Okay. Nice.
Oh.
That's the right one.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. You're talking about like this very moment?
This is after what I saw for week 2. Yes.
Okay.
Just give it a few seconds because I fucked up the screen up for a little bit. All right. Should be good to go now.
I only see the Twitch. No. Okay, there we go.
All right, sweet. So first one I think is gonna be Fever.
You switched to. You're switching around.
Just forget about it. It's fine now. It should be on the Twitch screen. So
I see player of the game stuff.
It should have updated by now.
Aha! There we go.
I see the teams.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay. I think top 4 makes sense. I don't know how it's actually going to shake out.
Now,
I agree with the groupings. I just don't know how everyone's going to look in these groups.
True. I may do. I'm still probably gonna do a one final modification before I release on Twitter tomorrow, which is Obsidian. I'm a little like, I don't know. I have a what's called doubts about some of the things that I've seen, but I probably will boost them up to either sixth or fifth place ish. Not sure yet, but for now, this is what I have. There's a bit of the difference between what I did from last week, but basically, top four is still unchanged. Maybe Sprouts coming in. Um, fifth through eighth, I still think it's a pretty solid for now. Going Ghost, Dorado, Syndicate, and Obsidian for now.
Alright, so the question is, Killbot, what do you have a problem with this list?
I think I think Obsidian's way too low.
I was thinking that might be a bit low.
I think Solar's better than Squirtle Squad and Coalition.
I could see that.
I don't know about Purple Sprouts.
I feel like Purple Sprouts might be a bit lower. I feel like if you move Dynasty up a bit, it's probably around there.
And the rest of it, I don't know. That number one, it's in my heart.
Hey, and again, this is don't think of this as these guys are much better, right?
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah,
No,
It's a lot.
super
It's a lot
close.
even. Yes, it's a
it's hard
lot
to
even.
say.
It's a lot more even. Between what they showed, what you guys showed. I think you guys showed, pretty amazing. And depending on what happens this week, you guys probably gonna be there, at least in my heart, right? Number one. So, you guys might be there, but
Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
but there's not much difference if you're concerned about that.
No, the end. Yeah, there's just a few things that I. Yeah, it's hard to say. There's some close groupings.
But yeah, for now, this is what I have. This is what I cooked for now.
Alright, well, that's been eventful.
Yeah, dude, it was a good dude. The actual was quite. It was quite a lot. I didn't expect to be this
Yeah, it's
almost 4 hours.
I can't wait until we get done with week 3, because then hopefully we'll either have better format or there will be less teams to go over.
Yeah, and sometime next week, I think Sam said it's gonna be the draft for the next group, and I'm quite
Yeah,
excited
I
to
think
see the
we'll have to
matches.
focus a bit more on the draft than the games.
Yeah, the draft's gonna be nice. Talking about the game's gonna be a lot better too. But in any case, I just wanna you know thanks everyone who joined. The chat was amazing. A lot of people showed up. It was awesome.
We're so close to 50.
Yes. Um, we did get a note that there were more than 100 messages on the chat, so that was really really nice. I would like to appreciate Qbot for showing up. It was amazing to have you here. Get your insight, your comments. Always nice to have someone new. And I give you the floor to you, Ax, to you, Qbot, and just thanks again for coming.
Yeah, it was awesome, guys. Thanks for inviting me. I always like shit talking teams.
We went a bit too hard, but yeah.
I mean, now I get to write it down every week with Divinity, and
Yeah, you'll just take quotes from our podcast and then link it in the article.
I've already done it.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I know you have. I read it. Alright, well, that's about it.
All right,
But
guys.
yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys. I will check you guys on the next week, and I'm just gonna try to find someone to raid. So, but yeah, thanks, guys, everyone who joined. I'll see you next week. How do I?